Guys are already talking shit. Not even live yet. You believe this? Already talking shit. Man. Catch a break? Can I catch a break? My goodness. I'm gonna try this Red Bull. I don't think I've ever had Red Bull. Maybe I've had Red Bull maybe like once. Okay. Yeah, sun-kissed 6-1 Italian shit. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no glasses. No glasses. Tired of getting called fucking Wells Fargo. That hurt my ego. It hurt my ego. It hurt me deeply. Congratulations. If your objective was to hurt me, you've hurt me deeply. You win. So, yeah, I just, I get tired of wearing glasses, man. But it's like, hey, man, when you're staring at a screen, definitely easier on the eyes. Anyway, how are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing today? Doing all right? Oh, we're starting off with a banger. Pakistan deported 1.7 million illegal Afghan immigrants in 2025. That's crazy. Can we be more like Pakistan? Can we learn something from Pakistan here? That's crazy. Pakistan doing what we can't. Crazy. With a fraction of the resources. With a box of scraps! Tony Stark built that suit in a cave with a box of scraps! That's crazy. Not even like a quarter of that, what we're getting. What is this? Richard Spencer wonders what is going on with Emily Yukis promoting Alex Karp and Palantir, shilling her own meme shitcoin. The strange mutual embrace on the MAGA-tards, specifically the Red Scare hose, via the Will Stancil show. I don't even know who this person is.
So there actually is a Stancil coin.
Emily Yukis?
That she has created. So she's created a meme coin based on her video, and she is spruiking this to her audience. The official Will Stancil show coin, hashtag Stancil. It's money.
I don't know who this bitch is. I don't really care. Yeah, in case you guys missed it, one of the things I wanted to talk about really quickly is this statement right here.
Existing housing, people that own their homes, we're going to keep them wealthy. We're going to keep those prices up. We're not going to destroy the value of their homes so that somebody that didn't work very hard can buy a home. We're going to make it easier to buy. We're going to get interest rates down. But I want to protect the people that for the first time in their lives feel good about themselves. They feel like they've, that they're wealthy people. And I want them to understand it. There's so much talk about, we're going to drive housing prices down. I don't want to drive housing prices down. I want to drive housing prices up for people that own their homes. And they can be assured that's what's going to happen.
So you heard it here. You heard it by the man himself. Hey, if you can't afford a house because you're not working hard enough, you just got to work harder. You just got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. So if you're saving money, you're ambitious, you want to buy a house one day, Trump's telling you to kick rocks, work harder, work harder. Don't you love it, man? Don't you love it? It's like they don't want the millennial Gen Z vote. It's like they don't want it. It's like the Republicans just don't want Gen Z nor millennials. So if you're in that age demographic, yeah, they don't care about you, man. Cooked. It's over. It's over. know, man. Very upsetting. Just another... You tired of winning? Just another win in the golden age, huh? Feeling black-pilled? Feeling a little black-pilled? No? Are you winning, son? Yeah, dude. It's just like, what do you even say at this point? You know, it's like, what do you even say? What can I really even add at this? I can just present it without comment. I don't even really need to add any commentary. I can just present Trump's statements without comment. Like, did you get what you voted for? Aye. But anyway, there were a couple things I wanted to talk about too, because there were a number of developments. Oh, is there new stuff on rerun?
Lindsay, why don't you just admit that you're gay and then people won't blackmail you anymore?
That's pretty kick. Okay, that's pretty kick. Oh, this is just in. 7 minutes ago, Congress has supposedly agreed to a funding deal that will avert a government shutdown until September, when it is all but guaranteed another shutdown will occur for the midterm elections. Bro was so stressed out. Yeah, for real, bro. You guys ever hear about Lindsey Graham's ladybugs? Dude, I hope that's a fake fucking story, man. I really do. My own sanity, I hope that's a fake fucking story. I'll let you Google that one. Google Lindsey Graham ladybugs. Go ahead. Google that one. Anyway. I don't even know if I want to talk about... Like, I was going to talk about a little bit about Iran and Cuba. Like, it's in the title. But... I don't even know if I want to be honest. Kind of a slow news day, to be honest. Essentially, Trump wants to put an embargo on Cuba. See if I can find it real quick. That's the bastard. So, in essence, it seems like Trump is shifting the maximum pressure campaign now from Venezuela, now that it's mission accomplished, over to Cuba, which it reeks of Marco Rubio's doing. And again, I don't fundamentally oppose this. I think, frankly, it's a good thing. We should have Cuba should be in our sphere of influence. It is unacceptable that they're doing these joint exercises with Russia and China. You know, the Hamas Hezbollah stuff is probably pretty fake. But certainly, regardless, Cuba should very much be in our sphere of influence. We should have a public government installed there. They should do exactly what we say. That's 100% in our interests, and I support that. So it seems to be like some, you know, that they're ramping up pressure on Cuba now that Cuba's ally Venezuela is largely pacified. and I support this. Breaking now. Therefore, I, Donald J. Trump, President of the United States of America, find that the situation with respect to Cuba constitutes an unusual and extraordinary threat, which has its source in whole or substantial part outside the United States, to the national security and foreign policy of the United States, and hereby declare a national emergency with respect to that threat. To deal with the national emergency declared in this order, I determined that it is necessary and appropriate to establish a tariff system. Under this system, an additional ad valorem duty may be imposed on imports of goods that are products of a foreign country that directly or indirectly sells or otherwise provides any oil to Cuba. In my judgment, the tariff system is necessary and appropriate to address the national emergency declared in this order. So it's kind of like a repeat of what we've already seen with Venezuela. Just copy and paste. Same strat that was run on Venezuela, and just swap out Venezuela, like, you know, Control F, replace with Cuba. It's pretty much the exact same thing. It's a typical Republican. Yeah. So, yeah, let me switch this up. So that's exciting. And then he snuck in there a tariff placed on Canadian-made jets, 50% tariff. So more economic pressure being placed on Canada, and this aligns with the moves made on Venezuela and increasing the Venezuelan exports of crude oil to America. That puts economic pressure on both Canada and Mexico, that are, you know, one of their largest exports to America is crude oil. And so the point of all that is to put leverage on Canada to, you know, once again, pull them deeper into our sphere of influence. We apply pressure, they capitulate, we win, because then Canada does what we said. It sort of denies them the opportunity to do business with like China or some other country. So it's all part of this campaign to extend our influence in the Western Hemisphere, and that seems to be maybe one of the few W's of this administration. It's something I approve of on principle. It's something that's ultimately in our interests as Americans. Of course, the big problem right now that we're facing is, you know, all of this foreign subversion going on in our country. So, kind of a problem. So, I support the growth of the American empire, but right now, you know, the people running the empire are just not looking out for American interests. And so, you know, similarly, they are ratcheting things up. They're sending tankers and some 6 F-35s to Europe or the Middle East. Obviously in preparation for some kind of intervention with Iran. Iran is doing military drills with both China and Russia off of the Gulf in the Indian Ocean. So that's never a good sign. So they're preparing. They maybe even, and maybe I'm reading too much into this, but by placing Russian and Chinese assets in that area, maybe they're hoping that would be at the very least a temporary deterrent, because America wouldn't want to accidentally fire upon Chinese or Russian vessels in the off chance that you know, acts as a tripwire, and that escalates into World War III. So that's a real distinct possibility, and it's one that I think Iran should probably be more open to that idea. It's something I've criticized Iran for in the past, you know, when they sort of refused to deepen their military alliance with Russia. They didn't want to like station Russian troops in Iran or, you know, purchase more Russian hardware. And they were citing constitutional reasons for that. It was against their constitution to do that. So the point is, maybe now, and I could be reading too much into this, we'll see. They're realizing that a U.S. strike is imminent and inevitable at this point. And I think America has demonstrated as much, that it is an inevitable. It's an inevitability at this point. All attempts to negotiate have broken down, and for obvious reasons. What are some of the demands America and really Israel want? Well, they want Iran to decommission their civilian nuclear program, which could very easily be converted into a military nuclear program. Once you enrich uranium and for use in like a nuclear power plant, it's very easy to then use it in like a nuclear weapon, for example. Iran wants nuclear weapons for obvious reasons, because Israel, their chief enemy in the region, has nuclear weapons. So it's a balance of power and a deterrent to potential Israeli aggression. So they don't want to get rid of their nukes, because that's, or really their potential to make nukes, because that would be kind of a death sentence. If their most pressing enemy in the region has nukes and they don't, and they have no ability to enrich uranium and manufacture nukes, then in reality they could just be steamrolled by Israel or by America. So it acts as a deterrent, and they're unwilling to budge on that. And that's a stated red line that really both Israel and America have stated time and time again. And the nuclear program is important, but the real crux of the issue is the Iranian theocracy and the regime itself that is hostile to Israel and is much more fortified against foreign subversion, because it is a theocracy and not like a secular government. And so there's a stated concrete ideology that is opposed to Jewish influence by nature. So and Israel will never feel secure as long as there is this industrialized, large Muslim country, ideologically Muslim country, within striking distance. They'll never feel safe, and so that's why they really want to topple this regime. So anyway, with all that being said, it seems like the war with Iran is inevitable. It's ramping up. We're moving all our assets into the region. And there was even an IDF or Mossad general. Let me see if I can find it. That spoke out today. Kind of criticizing, or maybe not criticizing, or clarifying. How America missed their opportunity to strike Iran during the height of the protests, and so now there's no pressing timeline for these strikes in Iran. Ethiopia, who cares about Ethiopia? Yeah, here. According to Giora Island. Giora. Of the Israeli-based Institute for National Security Studies think tank. Now, therefore, from the Americans' point of view, it doesn't matter when the strike will take place, and there's no obligation to act quickly, since we concentrated our forces too late. And that's true, actually, because we were deployed. A lot of our assets were deployed here, like in Venezuela, or in the other half were over in the Pacific, acting more as a deterrent for China. So that's real. That's where having an America First policy focusing on our hemisphere limits our ability to fight this war, with Iran. That's not in our interests. And so, of course, these Israeli think tanks are criticizing that. Yo, what's up, Mr. Forge? How's it going, dog? How's the snow treating me? Not a problem. Rip Iran, it was nice knowing ya. Yo, what's up? What's up, people? How's it going? Yeah, what were you sending? No glasses today? I could. Oh, ooh. How about the camera angle, though? I don't know about the camera angle. This is like level. It's like slightly above. I do have like darkness under my eyes. I need to get more sleep. Emergency LASIK now, just contacts. Alright, you guys fucking making fun of me, man. Wells Fargo. I do need to get more sleep. My eyes are like irritated. Anyway. Enough mogging. Back to yapping. If you can't see us, can we do enter? I can still see. Now we're on our sugar-free Red Bull. Trying this out. It's not bad, you know. It's very sweet. Like, it's like somebody said described it to me as like molten gummy bears, and that's like exactly what it tastes like. Red Bull tastes like liquid gummy bears. So, sugar-free Red Bull is your go-to. Anyway. So, oh, there was one more thing I wanted to also add to all of this. Shit, I was about to say it, but then you guys got me mogging. Ooh, you guys got me mogging. I lost my train of thought. What the fuck was I gonna say? What the hell was I gonna say? Oh, right. So Trump and Putin agreed to like a 7 or 10 day armistice in Ukraine because they're experiencing a sub 30-degree temperatures over there, and so they're afraid that knocking out civilian infrastructure, energy could kill a lot of people. So that could also present an opportunity for, you know, within this time frame for a strike on Iran. Who knows? It could be tomorrow. It could be right now. So, hey, what did you guys do? Did you guys get the end tower? Wait, no, you fucked it up. What are you talking about? And it's not. What do you guys? No, you guys didn't. No, you guys failed. Fuck you mean you get an award? Award for last place? An award for losing? That's to squint. No, I'm not squinting to read chat. I'm looking over here because it's smaller. And it's like kind of, hey, fuck you guys. It's crazy. The background was making it hard to read, okay? God, you know, you guys just... This nutjob I know who is Russian moved to Israel, then moved to Sunnyvale, tried to sneak back into Russia to visit his family, now he's in jail. He's Russian, and then he moved to Israel. Sounds like he's not very Russian, you know what I mean? He's an American citizen, but his mom is super stressed out. What the fuck? Sounds like he belongs in jail. Honestly, it sounds like he belongs in jail. He's American, an American citizen. He's Russian? Well, did he start in Russia? Then he moved to Israel. Then moved to Sunnyvale. Tried to sneak back into Russia to visit his family. Yeah, he belongs in fucking jail. What a retard. You got gaming? Oh, now you're here, Knight. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, well, don't worry. We'll get our Tarkov raids in. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll get our Tarkov raids in. Relax. Relax. No, the Wells Fargo. No. I'm banning that term in chat. We're banning Wells Fargo in chat. No more. Enough. 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 Anyway. All right. Well, I said we would finish this video.
This is...
How are we feeling? How are we feeling about this? Do we want dude, ever do we want to descend? You know, for all this talk of ascending, I feel like whenever we broach this topic, we descend. Mentally, physically, emotionally. Are we ready to descend right now? Yeah, I don't know if I'm even ready for it. Maybe we look at some other stuff first. He was born in Russia in 1990. His family fled after the fall in 91, 92. That's... wow. Well, now he's trying to sneak back in. How many crypto coins are there? Like... a lot? I don't know. A lot. Any dumbass can make their own coin and sell it, so... there's really no barrier to entry. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Brampton, Ontario.
I'm in too good of a mood right now to like fuck that up. Maybe we'll wait on that. I was thinking of maybe reacting to this next QC video, but most people don't even give a shit. Who's XQC? El Bozo rip. Fell off. We could talk about the hey, you guys want a white pill? New Crimson Desert gameplay. New Crimson Desert video dropped. New Crimson Desert video dropped. Now, first, let's crank this up to 4K. As of early 2026, there are over 15 million to 29 million different cryptocurrencies identified. Bro. What the fuck? Oh, has a second channel. It's called Galaxy. The fuck is DX Galaxy? Please don't be bait. Please don't be bait. Please don't tell me it's another Wells Fargo situation. Please don't tell me it's another Wells Fargo situation. Yeah. Yeah, this is me. Fortnite mod. Yeah, this is my this is my my secret channel. Gooba. Fortnite montage Gooba. Yeah, this is my secret channel. My head hurts. My fucking head hurts. Your Melania coin will hoard. Your Melania coin hoard will pay off one day. Yeah, what this says. Yo, what's up, SSB? No, let me find it. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. You don't have to find it. That's okay. That's okay. I believe you. Okay. Come on, YouTube. Are we serious right now? Dog shit website, man. Okay. You guys need some goon material. Here we go. This shit looks great.
Hello, everyone. Welcome
Hey,
to
hang
the
on,
first
one
Crimson
second.
Desert feature.
going on here? Wait a second. Hey, what's this? Wait, what is that? What is that? Wait a second. Have we been duped? Have we been duped? Yeah, crypto in the gutter. Gold is in the gutter. Then I don't know if silver crashed too, but there was like a mass sell-off. Fucking Microsoft lost like 11% today. Not a great day for the market. Housing is down right now relative to past high. I think it'll go up again. Well, we talked about what Trump's statement on housing earlier. So dollar will bounce back up. Yeah, probably. That's usually how it goes. One goes down, the other goes up. Watching at 2x speed, only 19 minutes behind. You know, I owe 7 to the loyalty to like go through the whole VOD, you know? Most people, they just hop in whenever they hop in, but MGoat's like, nah, I gotta start from the beginning. Can't jump halfway in, have to start from the beginning. You'll get that in like what? 8 minutes or whatever, 9 minutes. Whenever you catch up. It dipped, but it's right back at 115. Oh, okay. Not bad. Still, I my opinion on gold and silver hasn't changed. I still think they're good investments, but that's not financial advice. What's going on? What is this? So this is Shalom. Crimson Desert? Is that Israel? Now, anyway.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the first Crimson Desert Features overview video. In this series, we'll be sharing information about several gameplay features and providing a look into what you can expect when you step into the world of Crimson Desert. Today, we'll cover our main protagonist,
You're always here in the beginning,
and
true.
his story, as well as the open world
Gonna fact check me all the way through.
Place.
That's crazy.
This is the continent of Pywell, a seamless open world filled with natural beauty. Here you'll find both vast wilderness stretching as far as the eye can see, and bustling cities inhabited by residents from all walks of life. As you explore, you may also come across ancient ruins and more just waiting to be discovered.
Korean game devs,
But
man.
for all its beauty, danger lurks in all corners. Rival factions clash in deadly conflict.
Like, it's crazy, man. This game, like, just, okay. Surely there's a catch. It just seems too good to be true. Refineries are not buying silver right now, but I'm guessing the US government is going to start buying for defense purposes and the price going to keep booming. That, but I also think just a lot of people, a lot of everyday people will invest their money into people, but also like institutions, because it's like the worst kept secret that rare earth metals like gold, silver, I think even platinum typically do very well against inflation. And with the state of the dollar not looking so hot, the economy being in the gutter, everyone's looking at alternatives, whether it's crypto, whether it's certain stocks or even literally anything. And rare earth metals fall in that category too. Anything other than the US dollar, just with the way things are going. Property, real estate. So if you are a real estate owner, I mean, you're probably pretty happy with, Trump's announcement that he wants to keep housing prices high or raise housing prices. If you're not, if you're like, especially if you're like you're younger, Gen Z, millennial, you're probably pretty black-pilled about all that. But if you're like a boomer, you've got like 4 homes or whatever, you're probably laughing your way to the bank. So all of that is like really appealing to like boomers and like investment capital. They want housing prices to increase because they own the assets. Not great if you were like a young family or a young person in this country looking to one day hopefully buy a home, but I digress. 500 ounce needed of 0.999 silver for 1 Tomahawk missile. 500 ounces, huh? Hey, not bad.
Hostile forces roam the lands. And high above, in the realm known as the Abyss, a growing mystical imbalance threatens to push the world toward chaos.
Hey, why did YouTube just cuck me? Why did YouTube just cuck me? I wanted 4K. Are we serious? There we go.
Toward chaos.
Chaos.
This is where you step in.
Me?
Here, take these wings.
Sexy wizard
It's
bitch.
time to return.
There's just like so much going on in this fucking game, dude. Are we getting a beta for this game?
You will play as
I don't think
Cliff,
so.
a formidable warrior of the Grey
But
Age.
people have already played it, so it's real. It's real. They've done like play tests or they've done like press events, and people have gotten their hands on it, and it's real. It's a real game. It's a real game. I, for one, welcome our new Korean gaming overlords. Because you compare this to like Fable. I did this last stream, right? I compare this game made by East Asian devs versus a game made by Western devs, and it's like one. Trying to prove a point here on YouTube. Like Korean game devs give you like sexy wizard bitches, you know? Not an ugly fat bitch in sight. Not an ugly fat bitch in sight in this game, I swear, unless they're like deliberately, you know, meant to be ugly. Whereas you contrast that with Fable and you get this like, you know, fugly looking like mystery meat female protagonist, and it's like, what are we doing, bro? What do we release the hot bitches? Is that like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I, for one, welcome our new Korean gaming overlords. I think YouTube is like throttling me or something. We Korean culture giga massages. You're hyped for this and
You will
Phantom
play as
Blade
Cliff,
Zero?
a formidable
It's
warrior
like Assassin's
of the Grey
Creed. This
Age.
game, how would I describe this? It's like a combination of like Dragon's Dogma, which is a really good game if you haven't played it. I wish they made more content for that game, but really fun game. Dragon's Dogma, maybe like The Witcher, and maybe like Skyrim or something. Yeah, it's like there's so much to this game. It's like that they're showing off a lot of depth, a lot of different features, and like the scope is pretty impressive. And so we'll see if they deliver, but
A faction hailing from the region of Peilun, renowned for their
and
commitment.
look, you're just like a Chad White guy, you know? His name is literally Cliff. His name is Cliff. I it's always funny when like, you know, like Asian devs are like depicting like European culture or like especially like American culture. Like they always come up with like what they think is like the most American name, you know? My name is Johnny Gunblast. My name is Cliff Thundercock. It's like, oh, wow, you know, it's like, damn, okay. You watch the last 20 minutes at 4x speed. You have YouTube Premium? You must have YouTube Premium. I'm limited to 2x. Phil said they didn't have Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC. I know, dude. I maxed out all your vocations and beat the game. I literally just reinstalled that game the other day and I'm like, dude, they need more content, bro. That game was so fun. Good bones, just need more content. I was going to max out like the final 2 vocations and I'm like, what's the point? I'm like, what's the point? Capcom, you're doing it to yourself, bro. Yeah, Bruce. My name is Bruce Ironhand. Oh. Oh, yes. America, Gene.
Commitment to peace, the Greymanes have long fought for their homeland's unity and protected the innocent. To
So, like,
Cliff,
these are your companions. Just like Chad, hot bitch, hot bitch.
his
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if this were Fable, if this were a Western game dev, one of them would be like a black gay lesbian. Oh, that's redundant. You know, probably pretty overweight. Another would be like some alien creature. I'm not seeing a lot of diversity here.
Fellow Greymanes are family in all but name, and he has fought with them side by side, determined to preserve unity in their land.
Oh, that's an orc.
Rest well.
Like a Scottish
but we
guy.
first joined Cliff in the days after that piece is shattered.
Gian has fallen, and with the great leader's death, our land, Paloon, once unified, has been plunged into chaos. And now, a bloody battle unfolds between the Greymanes, who fight to uphold his will, and the Black Bear forces that seek to set it aflame.
I do wonder what the multiplayer is going to look like for this game. 'Cause they haven't talked about that at all.
Your journey begins
as far as I know.
with reuniting the surviving Greymanes to rebuild the faction and reclaim your homeland.
Subhuman detected. Sub 5 detected. Shinlet detected, and he needs to mute. Get him on a protocol ASAP.
Down you were dead. Ross!
But as you venture farther, the clearer it will become that the fate of more than just the Greymanes is in your hands. Forces of greed and malice wreak havoc across the continent, while a far greater threat emerges. The gazes of dark forces are fixed on the Abyss, a mysterious realm that holds power beyond imagination. And in doing so, drives the balance of this unknown world and the continent below ever deeper into chaos. Fragments of the Abyss are falling to the lands below and lie scattered across Pylo. Defeating those that seek to use these remnants and restoring the Abyss's broken balance will be an important part of your journey.
Damn, bro. With the Uno reverse.
The Abyss holds what the world itself.
Capcom has good games, but they lack an optimization for PC, and it's killing them. I play on PS5, but both Dragon's Dogma and Monster Hunter ran horrible on PC. Yeah, true. A lot of games are just, they don't optimize shit anymore. We have an Asian grocery store in Canada called Grant's. Ulysses S. Grant. He's even the store's logo, Asian to romanticize Western culture. That's so true, man. There is like this weird like phenomenon how like it's like bizarre. Like East Asian cultures, like specifically like Japanese and like Koreans, they romanticize Western culture, and Western culture romanticizes East Asian culture. So you see like all of these like, you know, like these East Asian video games or like anime, you know, and it's all like America, awesome, and they love America, and it's like they really ham it up. And then you see like Westerners, and they talk about how like trad and awesome Japan is, and let's go to Japan, it's gonna be sick, let's go to Korea, and they're all obsessed with like, you know, J and K-pop and anime and whatever, and like Korean dramas and shit. So it's really this like weird, it's like this weird like match made in heaven, like East Asian, specifically Korean, and more so Japanese, and like Western culture. It's like this, you know, it's I can't think of any other like dynamic like that in the world. Like what other pairing is there? Like what other like mutual fascination between two separate cultures is there? I can't think of any that jump out to me in the way that those two cultures are, you know, Western and like, you know, like Japanese culture, you know, very unique, very interesting. So Canada/Britain favor the Confederacy. Not that Chinamen would know. Yeah, I mean, they don't care. Yeah, they just like the what would you say, the aura or the idea, the visuals behind like Western culture, you know? Yeah, iconography and stuff. In the same way a lot of Westerners love the same thing about East Asia. You know, they'll see like the you know, like a lot of the temples in East Asia, or like the kimonos, the samurai, the anime, the like cyberpunk cities and shit, and the clean and respectful culture, whatever. And they're like, yeah. And, you know, they sort of, they romanticize it because, like, obviously, like, those cultures are suffering from their own problems in the same way that Western culture is suffering from our own problems, you know? Anyway. So it is like really, it's really cool, I guess. Joe's American Story is definitely some weird Japanese romanticizing of American culture. If you haven't seen that game, it's worth a look. Wait, which game are you talking about? Oh, Showa American Story. Oh, I didn't know that was a game. I like Grant because we had to chase the moves out of his territories when they were taking advantage of the South. Yeah. Well, like Florida, you know? I mean, talk about slavery became illegal. Where did they go? You know, they went to places that weren't states yet, and they reopened their slave plantations. So it's insane how much white people get blamed for slavery, considering, you know, Jews were a leading component of that here in the West.
Which is why they plot to open the gate.
It's insane gaslighting.
What's behind
What
it?
the fuck is that guy?
Pure power, raw and untamed.
The moment it is claimed by a single hand, ruin is sure to follow.
If we fail to do so, countless lives will be lost.
Yeah, can we, like, you know? I don't know.
We can't do this alone. Naira, gather all of the grey men.
Consider it done.
Focus! They're all fucking dead!
Look at that. It's an ugly mini fridge. For real. Definitely check out Showa American Story. Okay. I will.
The story of Crimson Desert centers on Cliff.
This way.
How's the situation?
But as his
Bro,
tale
it's essentially like this is essentially Kit Harington from Game of Thrones, bro. You're telling me they didn't draw inspiration from that? He's got the fur, the black cloak, you know, the black hair and the beard. That's Jon Snow. You know, that's Jon Snow. King of the North. King of the North.
How's the situation?
But as his tale unfolds, 2 new playable characters will come to join your journey. As these characters become available, you will be able to freely explore Pywell and undertake many quests outside the main story with them.
Well. This is one of the other characters, I guess, right?
Each character has their own combat style, as well as unique skills
So you play
and
as
weapons,
sexy lady, and I guess the other guy's an orc.
allowing you to experience the
Some
world
kind.
and its battles in different ways.
This guy's like a barbarian or something. More like two-hander.
Pywell is made up of 5
That's
regions, each holding stories to be told and discoveries waiting to be found.
Crimson Desert. That's the name of the game. That's the name of the game. Mexico has a lot of weebs. Bro, there are weebs everywhere, man. There are weebs fucking everywhere. There are a lot of Russian weebs. There are a lot of, dude, I've said this before. Like, you've got people in Africa, like in the fucking bush, wearing Goku shirts and shit. There are weebs everywhere.
The main questline follows Cliff's journey through the central story, but questing in Pywell goes far beyond following a single path. The continent is full of other
Hang on,
the
wait a second.
continent is
Can we just like kill anybody in the game? You know, like can we just like can you like make it your mission to like, you know, genocide all the orcs or something in the game? You know what I'm saying? Human supremacy. Is that a feature? Where's the genocide keybind? Where would we put that on the keyboard? I don't know.
full of
Yeah,
other
but if you just
tales.
You know what? Maybe on second thought, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we shouldn't genocide all the orcs. On second thought,
Interesting and
on second thought, maybe I was too hasty with my. Maybe I was too hasty with my judgments. On second thought, you know what? Let's hear what they have to say. Let's hear them out. Maybe not all the orcs are all that bad. You know, maybe I was too quick.
encounters and hidden
judge.
challenges that all shape your adventure.
Where's the rape button on? Where's the rape key button on the? That's a joke. That's a
And you're
joke.
free to take them on in any order you choose. Many of Pywell's quests revolve around the factions, houses, and organizations of Pywell. Some of these quests are grand, with large-scale objectives like reclaiming fortresses.
Now I'll rank the Asians from best to be around to least. Well, I'm obviously biased, but I would number one put Japanese. I mean, dude, like look at their culture. Look at Japan. Okay. But and the thing is, like, they also don't really tolerate people being like rude or like disgusting in public. Like they have a fraction of the immigration problem that we have, and they're like bitching about it relentlessly. Like immigration's already on their radar. They're like a lot more xenophobic. So W Japan. So I would put Japan up there. I guess I would put Koreans. You know, they're definitely ruder, but they're not gonna mug you or anything, you know. I don't know. I guess like if we're talking about here in like the West, it's a little different because you're definitely getting a different mixture. You know, like the Chinese that come from China are going to be typically a lot higher class and status than like, you know, the masses in China, because China's it's a very diverse place. Yeah, then I would probably put like maybe the Vietnamese, maybe like Laos, Cambodian. Then I would probably put Chinese, just because, you know, China is kind of a grab bag. You can get like, you know, Chinese excellence, or you can get like Wuhan bat eating Chinese. You know, there's a lot, there's a lot, you know. Yeah, then like I think lower on the totem pole are like, or we're already kind of dipping into like the jungle Asians. But then like, yeah, then I would probably put like the Southeast Asians. Just lump them all together. Fuck it. Yeah, and I include like the subcontinent as like a I consider them like a separate category. They always try to hop in to the Asian category, but no, Indians do not get to piggyback off of the successes and the accomplishments of East Asians. No. Nice try. Yeah, that's roughly my ranking. Oh, well, I guess I have to include Mongolians, don't I? Okay, Mongolians are pretty sick, though. I would put them probably like, actually, maybe I'd put them like, definitely before the Chinese. I would probably put them like after, well, maybe even before Koreans. Maybe just after Koreans, but definitely before like the Vietnamese and the Chinese. Somewhere in there. Yeah, that's my rough ranking. You have some jungle Asian in you? Oh, shit. Where's North Korea? Put some North Korea. It's hard to say because I don't know any North Koreans. It's like, you know, you don't interact with a lot of North Koreans because it's fucking North Korea, you know? They're kind of behind a they're paywalled. They're paywalled. They didn't pay the $15 a month subscription to interact with the rest of the world. But they're probably, I mean, genetically they're very similar to South Koreans, as you could probably guess. They're probably more chill than South Koreans because they're less like modernized, I would think. They would probably just be appreciative that they're like getting a nice steak meal, you know. They would just probably look at everything with like such like wonder and excitement if you brought them to like America or something. You know, you take them to a McDonald's, their fucking mind explodes. Holy shit. Holy shit. You had a burger. But delicious, very delicious. You know? So there's probably like this like whimsy and like wonderment and appreciation that like South Koreans are like they're like very like cynical compared. Yeah. So probably North Koreans would probably be but again, this is me this is all conjecture. I have no idea. Viets are strong anti-communists, so they're proud to be American until it comes to jury duty. Yeah, I think nobody wants jury duty. They get number 2 spot. True. I do like the Vietnamese. I haven't had any negative interactions with the Vietnamese, to be honest. The Philippines are a mixed bag. They are a very impoverished country. You get like the more, because you know they're also kind of diverse in that sense too. I guess I forgot about the Taiwanese, but we lump them in with the Chinese because it's a part of China. Yeah, I've had good experiences with Filipinos. The Filipinos are probably like the zestiest people on the planet. Filipinos are like, I don't know what it is about like Filipino men are like the zestiest human beings on the planet. So yeah, Philippines kind of a mixed bag. I'd put them above the rest of the Southeast Asians, but definitely below like China. The Burmese are based when it comes to dealing with Muslims. I don't have a lot of interactions with Burmese. Actually, are gay as fuck. It's everything. They're just like, hello, sailor. You know, like the way they talk. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's like, what is in the water over there, man? They're just the zestiest people. The lowest T. I don't know, man. Malaysians up there. I don't know. The moms run the households in the Philippines. That's why. Okay, makes sense. That's pretty cook. Yeah. Yeah. Filipinos married to white men are annoying. Well, do not be fooled. Do not passport bro to the fucking... That's a mistake. Don't passport bro to like Southeast Asia and yeah, just don't. I advise against it. If it was hot all year round, I'd be sassy. That's crazy. It's a crazy statement. Screenshot it. Jarvis, that man right there. Arrest him. Yeah, so I guess that's my rough ranking. Yeah.
And taking on formidable foes.
Do you know how to drive a wagon? Would you take the reins and get me to the trading post?
While others are quieter, requiring you to help residents with everyday tasks. From the outset, some factions will be friendly and may...
Melo's into... Oh, did I miss that? Why did you say that? Oh, you did. Yeah, I did miss that. Yeah. Well, because I got someone asked me to rank all the I got sidetracked. What the G? Yeah. Nah. Subcontinent of Asia is just a different category. They're bitching about the Chinese tourists and live streamers. Number one Japanese, two Singapore. Yeah, I guess I didn't mention the Singaporeans. Three Hong Kong Chinese. I think that's respectable. Anyway. If I go to Japan and get a Japanese wife, is that considered passport broing? No. I think the way I interpret passport broing is if you're going to like a foreign country that is not like from your like background, you know? And you're there to like just like mog everyone else there with your like foreign money and foreign genetics. Because like if you go to Southeast Asia and you're like 5'8", yeah, you're gonna mog everybody there because they're all like 5'2" or whatever, you know. I don't actually think, you know, the funny thing about Japan, which is interesting, is that their average height is increasing rapidly. I think that's due to them getting access to more protein. I don't know if that's true for the rest of Asia, but it's definitely true for Japan. They're all getting taller, so watch out. And a lot of people think like they'll have like an easy, like it depends on culture to culture. Like, yeah, if you go to like the Philippines, it's going to be easy, but you will have a harder time penetrating other societies. Like Japan's going to be harder for you because they're a lot more xenophobic. Especially if you're like black, you know, like real talk, a lot of black people, you know, God bless them, but like they have like the wrong idea about Asia, and they think that they're going to go there, you're going to find your like trad East Asian wife, and it's like that is contradictory. No, you're not going to find your trad submissive Asian wife because she's going to be racist. That's why, because like they don't like black people. Straight up, whether it's Japan, Korea, or China, yeah, they don't fuck with that. They really do not fuck with that. You're going to have a way harder time. And so what that means is like, if you're like a black guy looking to find like an Asian wife, you're probably going to find one that's going to be like more westernized or more liberal. And then it's like, well, there goes your submissive waifu because she's just like the Western girls. She probably doesn't have a good relationship with her father because her father would disapprove of race mixing like that. Not saying it's impossible, but, you know, I discourage race mixing in general, but like just from a practical perspective, like you know, look, it is what it is. You know, I don't want all these like these black kings out here to get like disappointed when they like show up to like Korea or wherever looking for their wife and like nobody fucks with them because they're black, you know. Not every place is like the West, straight up. So now I have to squat when I shit you. I don't fuck with the country. True. But isn't like, okay, I heard this. Isn't like that stance supposed to be better for motion, you know, for getting all, for like taking shits? Isn't that like actually, I heard that like the samurai position where you put like one leg up on your knee is supposed to, a friend told me that in high school, and he sounded like he knew what he was talking about. And I heard something similar online where like if you put your foot on your other knee like that, you know, comfortably, and you shit like that's supposed to, I don't know if that's true or not. Will I be game streaming this on release? I think so. I think I will be streaming this on release. I don't do a lot of gaming streams anymore, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll start doing more gaming streams. And I'll because the problem is the way the schedule's been working out is I go live, I talk about what I want to talk about, I react, and then Nick goes live, and then it's like, okay, everybody go offline, time to watch Nick and all that. So I'll have to start streaming earlier, and then do longer streams. Anyway. I think some of those girls from Kazakhstan are easy on the eyes. Yeah, Kazakhstan is like, it's like all mixed, you know? So you're going to see some more. Russia's kind of like that too when the further east you go. That's just how geography works, you know? So like there's some good looking Kazakhstanian? Kazakh? Is it Kazakh? Looking women out there. Living in the Bay Area, we get tons of Filipino baddies that make good money. Sheesh. The Japanese eat more eggs per capita than any other country. Really? Huh, didn't know that. But they're eating a lot more like protein. I think it's like a lot of beef and chicken imports because they had to rely on fish for their protein before. Until of Asian Catholics, they possess a profound, enduring love for Jesus. I think God was either going to bless the Europeans or like the East Asians with, being the beating heart of Catholicism. I think it was either going to be one of those two. Don't rate Malaysia Ian Miles Chung territory. I can't imagine the Malaysians are very proud of Ian Miles Chung. Bro looks like a tuna melt. His eyes are getting away from him. Holy negative canthal tilt. Higher protein intake makes you taller. It's why Westerners are taller. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's some Middle Eastern baddies out there under their burqas. That is true. There's some Iranian baddies out there. Almost makes you wish for regime change, huh? Racism is trad. It is. People aren't ready for that conversation. Cardinal Joseph Zen Kyun is pretty cool. I believe it. Black guys I know have a good time in Japan, but Vietnam even more so. Yeah, I imagine. There's just a little, what would you say, less traditional, different cultures. Less, I don't want to say xenophobic, but less guarded, Father will look the other way for 40 USD. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you can buy like these like Filipinas that lived on trash heaps for like a $200 a month remittance. You know what I mean? It's like purely transactional. So you got to understand why would you want a wife that comes from that kind of culture where it's like they're living on a trash heap and you're essentially buying your wife and the family is selling off their children for remittances. Like that's kind of like, okay. Understand what you're getting with that package. You're not exactly getting like the cream of the crop genetics. You know what I'm saying? Not the cream of the crop best culture. And oftentimes those women resent their husbands anyway. So I really strongly advise people passbook broing around. I think that's an L overall. Because a lot of guys just can't compete in this market. And it is what it is. So, and some people say like, oh, if you have like, like there are differences between like Asian dad and like white mom or like white dad and Asian mom. It's like, in like how the kids turn out. And it's like, really, it's a matter of genetics. If you have two people with subpar genetics, their kids are going to come out looking like thumbs. But two parents that have W genetics, and your kids are going to come out looking good. So it's not really. So if you with L genetics go to a foreign country and pick a wife that also has L genetics and you think you're winning, you're not. It's silly man. You have the wrong idea. Let's be real. A lot of passive bros get fleeced when they bring their submissive wives back to the West. For true colors get revealed 100%. That's what I'm saying. Your friend is correct. It's why you got to sit on a toilet. The seat dips a bit. Yeah, I got to have correct posture. It's the fetal position. When you have to put it in a suppository, the recommend that position, easy in, easy out. I see. Samurai position, but leaning forward with your face near the cross-legged is good for pooping according to Gemini. Yeah, see, look, hey. I didn't pull this out of my ass. No pun intended. Did you hear about President Xi body double being blown up in a tunnel last month? I did not hear about that, actually. I missed that one. But there's stuff going on in China. It's hard to really gauge exactly what's going on because, you have to deal with the Great Wall of Chinese censorship and propaganda. But they're going through a couple purges because there's this like soft coup. Yeah, so they're putting down their political dissidents right now, it seems. She is in a knife fight right now. Zhang Yuxia open letter was just revealed. Looks like Xi wants war with US over Taiwan. Well, we knew that. But yeah, it's I think it was Zhang that was advocating for more restraint. And the theory is that he was some kind of Western influenced in some way, maybe on the take, maybe who knows. But they're labeling him a traitor. So, which is, kind of based actually. Your great grandmother wasn't a bad looking Filipina. Great grandmother, right? Like I said, Filipinos, the Philippines in general, it's a mixed bag. So,
Give you missions.
The Bleed Bandits are raising an army of their own. And worse still, they've stolen the family spear manual. My son Graham went to reclaim it, but he's gone silent. With the rest of my men serving the Duke, I find myself in need of your aid.
Others, however, are hostile forces who are residing in or occupying the area.
that's pretty cool.
Roothold, originally under the jurisdiction of House Celeste, is currently blockaded, under siege by the invading forces of Gwen Kraber. The area will be liberated once Gwen Kraber and Kraber's soldiers are defeated.
I don't know if I should play this with the controller or with mouse and
Roothold
keyboard.
is now back under the control of its rightful faction, House Celeste. Enemy forces have withdrawn, and the region will now be safe to travel. In other liberated locations, the homes of rightful residents may be restored. Rewards for faction quests will be helpful in your character progression, from meeting new merchants to receiving equipment for your journey and gaining access to resources like lumber, stone, and other materials you'll need to rebuild the Greymane's home. In Pywell, exploration is more than travel. It's discovery. Whether it's finding undiscovered points of interest, hidden treasures, or simply a vantage point to take in the view, there is much that will draw your curiosity to wander. With sights, secrets, and surprises along the way catching your attention, and no strict path, you can pretty much go anywhere that captures your interest.
It just looks so good, man.
A trusty steed provides reliable travel, but Cliff himself can climb and even glide across distances. Further into your journey, you'll also gain access to a missile-firing mech and a dragon that will allow you to soar high above the world.
What Skyrim
On your
should have
journey,
been.
you will meet a wide variety of the continent's inhabitants as
Hey,
part
look.
On your journey,
Look at this. It's you guys. Look, it's you guys right there. Look. You can gesture max in this game too. China's effed water, food, and oil insecurity. Yeah, they're not doing they're in trouble. And I think the acquisition of Venezuela, I think, is gonna be a big problem for them. Because really the only ones that could process like the Venezuelan sour crude oil, heavy sour crude oil, it was either America or China. So, and they invested billions of dollars, like anywhere from like 60 to like 100 something $billion. And that's just is essentially getting yoinked by America. Thank you. Thank you. That's ours now. So also population collapse and child kidnapping is ignored. Children kidnapping is ignored. Really? I know nothing about child kidnapping in China, but yeah, the population collapse, I mean, that's due to the one child policy that they had for years. Which I think not the right move. Not the right move. Yeah. I think it would have been better to just focus on food production and deepening trade with other countries for food supplies. And then using their human capital to come up with, more efficient farming methods. Maybe they need vertical farms. That's an idea. Zhang Yuxia and Liu Zhenli are the only generals with combat experience, and they were both arrested. They urged restraint on Taiwan, which Xi doesn't want to hear. Xi only has paper generals now. Yeah, man, I think China's in for a rude awakening. I think it's going to be interesting because they have no combat experience, right? They haven't fought a serious war in since World War II. I guess you could say since, Korea, the Cold War, and there were Chinese troops deployed. So since the Cold War, we'll say, they have some combat experience with like peacekeeping operations in like Africa, but that's not significant enough. So I think they're in for a rude awakening. Now, the difference is what they do have going for them. They have a much bigger population. They have a much bigger industrial capacity. And I think they have more willpower, more will to power. I think, frankly, in a sense, they want it more. On paper, at least. It's hard to say because it is opaque. But yeah, I think America, a lot of the tech that we're developing, I just think is by next year, by 2028, especially, I think we'll be much better positioned to fight China. And yeah, I think in a certain sense, like Xi knows that, because it's kind of the way I look at it. And I'm not privy to all of the information that, Xi Jinping possesses, or even our own State Department. But it does seem like it's kind of like now or never. I don't know when they're going to get a better opportunity than essentially whenever we strike Iran, especially with what's going on in Cuba and the rest of Latin America. We're going to need at least one carrier group in that region for now. We're going to need another one in the Middle East. So we have very limited capacity at the moment to restrain and protect Taiwan. Now, one carrier group, two carrier groups, how long can they realistically hold out without like major resupply runs? And so the idea is we have the better tech, but they have more numbers. Their tech might be good enough and they can overwhelm us with superior numbers. We have more accurate, more sophisticated weapons, but they just might simply have enough. They have the Zerg swarm. We're the Protoss, they're the Zerg. They have numbers on their side. They have, this cannon fodder. And if they have any kind of anti-missile defense, it might just be good enough, where we run out of missiles. And that's a serious concern that Washington has been recalibrating. It's one reason why we're investing in like this other new startup, Castilian, to make much cheaper, less capable, but like 80% capable hypersonic missiles compared to what we currently have. What are they called? Like Blackbeard hypersonic missiles. So they're slightly slower, have slightly less range, but you can produce at like a fraction of the cost. Like $500,000, $400,000 per missile. for like a hypersonic, and they have those right now. So if they want to scale that up. So and Andoril has a similar message too. Like they recognize that, you know, we need like a more robust manufacturing process. We need to be able to churn out more drones that are less sophisticated and don't require as specialized equipment or specialized human capital to manufacture, so we can simply meet the battlefield demand. So it's this change in doctrine to meet China. So ideally, we would have the best of both worlds. We'd have the best, most sophisticated tech, and we would have the industrial capacity to scale that up. You know, but you have to make concessions somewhere. So, and China is catching up in a number of tech industries, but they're just not there yet. So, as far as the way I look at it is, I think Xi sees it as a race against time, because America is winding down. They're trying to wind down our presence in the Middle East. They've sort of awakened this sleeping giant, you know? And it seems like America, that was kind of resting on its laurels for decades, now realizes there's a real threat in China. And, you know, things like even just like the Chinese Belt and Road Initiative, they're going to have a harder time because of this American response to that. That like coincides with like our acquisition of Greenland, our acquisition of like Venezuela and Cuba and Canada, and pressure placed on Mexico. We want to box out China from our hemisphere, and we're finding success there. So if that's the case, like China will probably struggle to find, you know, they'll struggle to make as much money and meet all of their like energy demands and resource demands, which might push them further into like Russia's hands. And that's why it would have made more sense if we tried pulling Russia into our sphere of influence after the Cold War instead of pushing them away. That would have been a better move, because now we're like stuck with India, and India is like, dude, it's a fucking nightmare. Like these Indians, like Modi is, I'm not making this up. You can look this up. He is literally utilizing the exact same strategy that Zionist Jews utilized to infiltrate foreign societies, you know, through nepotism, through you know, these immigration loopholes and practices and subversion. They move up the ladder, and all for the purpose of helping out their ethnic tribe. He's literally taking a page, and you can look this up. He cited them from Zionist Jews, from Jews themselves. So this Indian diaspora really is an existential threat to America and the West. It's much bigger actually than just like, okay, it's killing the job market. The incompetence of a lot of these Indians are bad enough. I mean, they have fake credentials, they lie, they cheat, they steal. But like, you know, you guys probably heard of this cybersecurity director that was uploading sensitive documents to the public branch of ChatGPT. So like literally, or, you know, between like him, Kash Patel, it's like these people are incompetent. And we're giving them like very prestigious, selective, important jobs that, you know, and like you're seeing similar problems with like Windows. Microsoft is having all kinds of problems with Windows, and people blame AI, but I think it's the real problem are these Indian programmers. X is similar. Like Elon takes over and the app now just runs like shit. It's just all kinds of bugs and errors, and it's slow. You know, your bookmarks will fucking disappear. I love that one. I'm telling you, man, it's like, it is an existential crisis, and I really hope people recognize it's more than just like competing with Indians in the job market. Like, you know, all of that energy that you have against like Zionism also needs to be directed at this like Indian nepotism, because it's one and the same. You know, there are so many parallels between them, and I hope people understand that. It's like it's bad enough like the way their culture is, but you know, they're literally trying to replace you. So wake up, white man. Zhang said that China's main fuel depots are along the coast and that Japan would take those out immediately. Then the U.S. would block out or block new shipments. But yeah, Japan is militarizing as well. You know, that's also flying under the radar. They recently built their second aircraft carrier. They're not allowed to have aircraft carriers with full capability, but they sort of circumvented that through the loophole. It's like a Coast Guard aircraft carrier that would like allow for like helicopters and VTOLs. It's like a tiny one, but they have a second one, and they are very interested in America's new F-47s. And they bought a few dozen F-35s recently too. So we could see a militarized Japan in our lifetimes as well. That would be interesting. And we'll see how that could also strain the relationship between America and Japan, because, you know, there is this like growing national sentiment in Japan. And I think, you know, we've seen what Japan could do in the past. You know, you let the cat out of the bag, you know, that could strain the relationship. You know, there could be a new challenger if China's defeated. I remember how, you know, a lot of people were very paranoid about the rise of Japan throughout like the 70s. They thought like Japan would own the future. That's where like cyberpunk, you know, one of the reasons why a lot of like cyberpunk stuff from that time period was like so heavily inspired by Japan was because they were making predictions that Japan would dominate the West economically. Kind of in the way that people are paranoid about China today. That could be like but we're looking way down the line. I think, you know, as of right now, China is still the immediate threat. Japan has their own problems, you know, namely their own fertility crisis. So, Seventh Fleet is based in Yokosuka, if I recall correctly, which is the Yokohama/Tokyo Bay. China needs Russia's support, but Zhang said that Russia has been cold to China lately. Yeah, I think, look, Russia is taking a fucking beating, man. You know, they're winning in Ukraine, but that was always going to happen. They are expending so much hard power to accomplish that. You know, they win Ukraine, but they've lost Syria. They're probably going to lose Iran. They lost Venezuela. You know, it's their shadow fleet is getting intercepted at every corner. Who knows? Maybe there is real hope for a change in strategy where there will be greater cooperation. Maybe this is optimistic, but maybe we will see greater cooperation between like America and Russia. You know, because now it gets complicated, because now you throw the EU in the mix, and there's been some, you know, obvious friction between America and the EU recently, especially over Greenland. So if we then leverage Russia against EU, because the Europeans are paranoid about Russian invasion, as frankly they should be. I mean, they remember World War II, they remember the Cold War. Russian Slavs and Europeans do not get along. They are not one and the same. So there is opportunity there to like play both sides. But that remains to be seen. And that would sort of keep both at bay. And so if we can sever the link between Russia and China, that would be a big blow to China. And China would you know, find, you know, they might have real, like if America calls on Russia, like, you know, cut off their trade with China in exchange for like a lift of sanctions, you know, and deepen trade between Russia and the rest of the West, which deal is Putin going to take? Because then if China is heavily dependent on Russia for like, you know, things like steel and you know, grain and energy, cutting that off would be a big blow to China. And we also have India in our pocket, although I don't think we should. We do, because we're trying to leverage India against China. But I view India as far less competent than Russia for obvious reasons. And I think the deal we're making with India is very much not in our interests. And hopefully somebody in a position of power will begin to realize that these fucking people cannot be trusted. Like seriously, these Indians are a national security threat. I don't know what else to say. It's like you can't look at like the Chinese with suspicion and not look at Indians the same way. So wake up, man. Like they're actually hurting our technological and our competency edge that we've had over China. Understand that. One of the reasons why America has been dominant is because we have the best human capital. We make some of the best stuff. We have the most sophisticated systems. And by letting in all this subpar human capital because we're undercutting our own labor market, like we're fucking over our own end product. And we're seeing that with Windows turning to shit. We're seeing that with X turning to shit. We're seeing that with all of our tech sectors are beginning to lag behind because we're not serious. It's just the financialization of all these sectors is destroying. It's like cannibalizing itself. So it's a real problem. It's a real problem. Oh, what's up, Hawker? How's it going? 50 to 70 ships, 150 aircraft, and 27,000 sailors and Marines. Yeah, the question is, can they, like, if things, hypothetical, worst case scenario, if things were to go hot with China, do they have enough munitions to outlast like a full-on Chinese assault? Because like if our carrier groups go down, then our power projection, our force projection in the region disappears. So they would have like it really comes down to those carriers if we can defend them. Twitter is crap. Yeah, I don't get why Putin is quiet about the US yoinking his shadow fleet. He even called Trump about the Sophia, but it didn't help. Because he can't really admit that he has a shadow fleet, you know? That's the whole point of a shadow fleet, is you can't say, hey, why are you fucking with our secret fleet that is unmarked and unlabeled and has no national flag that, is, kind of blatantly disobeying international law. Hey, what's up? You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, dude, he caught us. The EU are like the boomers of the situation, and the day of the pillow is coming. Yeah, the EU was cooked, man. It's like, yeah, that deal with Modi, dude. Modi is like our villain, our number one op. Modi is our number one op. Yeah, small hats running the government. Yeah, Bow's meme. Yeah, I like how Japan is rearming and they immediately use names like so like Kaga from World War II for their ships. Yeah, there's a rumbling in Japan, I'll say. Yeah, you're waiting for Yamada. Yeah. There's a rumbling in Japan. It's real. I wouldn't be, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if in our lifetime we see like, that will, I think, if things go the way that we want it to go, that the way things are going right now on course trajectory, I do think we're kind of arming a future competitor for the Pacific. But hopefully we remain allies. But that's not how power usually works. If Japan ever grows to the power and influence where they believe they can challenge America, at least for the region, then they'll do that because that's how it works. That's how great power politics works. We can't expect, Japan to remain a vassal if they grow to that level of power. The new TikTok CEO says calling someone a scientist will be identified as hate speech. A scientist? Is that a euphemism? Did I delete my TikTok? No. Why? Does it not show up? I don't know. I haven't posted anything on TikTok in a while. Japan will never go against the US. Never say never. Never say never. Like if Japan ever grows in power, this is just like great power politics 101. It's called the Thucydides trap. If Japan ever feels like they could truly challenge America for power over the region, you'll watch as they try to pull countries into their sphere of influence and away from America. That's just how it works. It doesn't matter if it's Japan or if it's any other country, really. And so America will try to do this balancing act where we want to arm and prepare Japan to confront China, but not to the point where Japan could be totally self-sufficient and independent from America. So in that sense, America doesn't want to see like Japan, rebuild their military industry. That will give the Chinese a chance to take over them. I think you missed a big part of how I prefaced that discussion. Not scientist, Zionist. Oh, voice texting is always intentionally changing your words. Interesting. Yeah, no, it's contingent on us defeating China or Japan being capable of like independently, in quotations, challenging China. It's a balancing act. It's all that's the name of politics. It's all balance of power. If Japan begins to like eclipse, let's say hypothetically, they begin to eclipse China in power, America will immediately begin to feel threatened by Japan instead of China. Right now, that's not going to happen in the immediate because China is the bigger threat. China is heavily industrialized and militarized, and Japan isn't. But depending on how we handle the situation and how Japan responds to China, it's not hard to imagine a world where Japan militarizes, they develop an independent military complex from America. Maybe they pursue a nuclear weapon, who knows? They have the capacity to do so. They have a civilian nuclear industry. And if that were the case, then they could realistically challenge America. So you have to war game it out. If they can do it, then they will consider doing it. And if they can consider doing it, then why would they not potentially do it? You have to take it seriously. So the US is going against Europe because it has gone full woke. Japan can do the same if the US doesn't get its head straight. Wait, who's gone full woke? Both the US and Europe are woke. It's not, I don't see it through that lens of like woke versus not woke. It's, yeah, that matters, but not nearly as much as power. Like, I think part of it is for a while the American sphere of influence was looking shaky, and it still is. Things are a little tumultuous right now, and so people are sort of limit testing. Various countries are limit testing, like, hey, how much can I get away with? Because think of it like a business deal. You want the best of both worlds. You want to like do business with various. You want to field all of your vendors, all of your potential business partners to get the best deal. Now, if there is a monopoly, then you don't really have a lot of options. America's like the monopoly, right? For the longest time, the world has been under this American hegemony, and there really hasn't been alternatives that could maybe give a better deal, an alternative deal through trade or a defensive alliance or something. America wouldn't allow that. And so I think a lot of what we're seeing are limit tests, and we are seeing instability throughout the world that comes with, the rise of multipolarity. There are alternatives now to America, and we'll see if these, like, who wins in this challenge, whether China will come out as the new hegemonic force, or if America will remain. But that's just Thucydides' trap. I don't see a world that China will lose its grip in the Eastern Hemisphere. Well, you haven't been paying attention there. If you can't imagine a world where China loses, like, I don't know what to tell you, because they very much can lose. They're not this indomitable force. In the same way, you can imagine a world where America loses. Nothing is guaranteed. Silly to think otherwise, that things won't change. Mel, do you think Japan can beat China in a war? I don't think so, even if they are militarized. Not right now, no. Not right now. Under the current circumstances, no. But things can change. If there is rising Chinese instability, if they are cut off from a lot of their resources and their trade partners, because that's what America is trying to do, then they could be starved of resources and capital. And that could cause real instability. That could cause turmoil. They might not be able to supply their war machine, literally. They might have some kind of revolt go on. Who knows? Our State Department would love like some kind of civil war in China, in the same way China would love a civil war in America. But a Japan that's backed by America, I mean, I don't think Japan would fight China like one-on-one right now. That wouldn't happen. They would probably aid America in that battle in some capacity, but they don't really have a fleet. They have like 2 mini aircraft carriers. They don't have much of a standing army. They have like a defense force, but they have very limited offensive capabilities. They're trying to change that, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. So in a one-on-one fight, no, Japan wouldn't bother, but they are a strong, close ally to America. So do the people of Japan even have the stomach to fight war right now? Probably not. I think they would, because Japan, frankly, is still Japan. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they don't want war to come to their land. That's not quite where the war is. You know, right now, Taiwan is the front line in this theater. That's where things will initiate, and what happens after Taiwan will sort of dictate where the rest of the fighting occurs, or even if there is any fighting. So it's kind of contingent on what happens in Taiwan. Yeah, their new prime minister, Sanae Takaichi, is crazy anti-China. If Japan became aggressive again, their births would go up. If Britain, Mongolia, and Japan could dominate China, I think it's common for China to be dominated. Plus, China has never dominated the Eastern Hemisphere. They are insular. They have a very different mindset. They're not expansionist in the way that the West has been expansionist, or even Japan for that matter. It's a different in mindset. They want China to be the center of the world and dominate by the rest of the world, like wanting to come to China. They don't want to reach out in the way that like the West has. It's a different mindset. But practically speaking, they need like you have to, and they are, like, despite that mindset, they are expanding through like Belt and Road. They're conducting diplomacy. They're investing. I don't think we'll quite see like an empire in the way we saw like a British Empire or like the Japanese Empire or anything like that. I think it'll mostly be through trade and through military alliances. But we'll see. I think they're sort of contending with they kind of have to change that mindset if they want to be, the global hyperpower that everybody wants to be. They have to reach out. So United States till this, I guess you meant day, haven't used its full force in any war. World War II? That's what you mean? Since World War II? Yeah. Do you think Eurasia continent being unified is possible? Anything's possible. Yeah. Anything's possible. I mean, look, it's possible the whole world could be unified under one global empire. If you do it right, if you have the will to power. So anything is possible,
You will meet a wide variety of the continent's inhabitants as part of everyday life in Pywell. Amongst them, hostile factions and enemies each present their own threats, from well-trained soldiers and sorcerers to ferocious beasts and machines that will test your combat skill and adaptability. And for those seeking a different kind of challenge, Pywell holds many mysteries. From ancient mechanisms hidden in forgotten ruins to enigmatic puzzles, each rewarding keen observation and problem solving. Now, let's go over just some of the things you can discover out in the world. The Abyss is a mysterious realm brimming with secrets and untold power. Its influence stretches far beyond its own borders, spilling into the lands of Pywell. Fragments have fallen to the world below and lie scattered across the continent. And discovering these remnants will be an important part of your journey. You'll come across artifacts, powerful items necessary to unlock and upgrade your skills. Artifacts can be earned through quests and combat, while others lie in more hidden corners of the world, waiting for those willing to stray from the beaten path. Traces of the Abyss you discover will open up fast travel locations, making it easier to revisit and explore the areas of Pywell you've discovered. In time, your search will inevitably take you to the Abyss itself. Venturing into its mysterious realms will put your wits to the test as you uncover its secrets and restore the Abyss's broken balance. Across Pywell lie valuable equipment and items.
Dude, YouTube is fucking dogging me. I see why Brant loves Korea. Dude, come on. What's going on here?
Valuable equipment and items.
Are we serious? Brother.
Valuable equipment and items.
I have like 1,000 up, 1,000 down. This is YouTube throttling me.
Some tucked away in hidden corners. Others guarded fiercely within enemy camps, forts, and strongholds. Many of the items you uncover may offer powerful and helpful.
Western DEI slop games thought they could compete in this market. That's what I'm saying, man. I want games like Fable, the new Fable game coming out, to fucking utterly fail. We need to see like the Western gaming industry crash. Cause, dude, enough. Enough. I'm not buying your lesbian slap game. I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it. I figured a 2-hour stream can buffer a 15-minute game trip, bro. It's not on my end. I'll tell you that much.
Advantages in combat and exploration. Even the smaller items you collect along the way can prove unexpectedly useful, benefiting those who search every path and face every challenge.
Are we serious? YouTube, come on.
The world of Pywell is rich with knowledge waiting to be
Jesus,
uncovered.
speaker's computer for
From
crypto
knowledge about
mining.
its inhabitants and
Yeah, bro.
wildlife to skills, items, and more.
Yeah, so you can farm more boner coin or whatever.
This information can be acquired in many ways by interacting with characters and objects, exploring new areas, and even observing from afar.
That's crazy, man, dude.
The knowledge you gather may provide clues to completing quests, open paths to acquiring new skills, or offer helpful guidance. That's all for today's look at the story and world of Crimson Desert. In the future, we'll be highlighting combat, progression, and life in Pywell, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again.
This is okay. Yeah, YouTube is fucking me over, man. Maybe I'm being punished for using an ad block. We will be playing. We will be playing that game. I will be streaming it probably. So looks like 10 so far, dude. Looks too good to be true. It's like, where's the catch? You know? US did not use its full potential in World War II. What is full potential to you? You know? What? We transitioned to a wartime economy. We're fighting a two-front war. What is full potential exactly? Because did we use our full potential in Vietnam? How did that go for us? Or Afghanistan? What does that even mean? What full potential? What does full potential look like even? It's just like stupid. I've invested all my money in Coach Coin when he rug pulled in Ukraine. Your wife left. That's correct. I wonder if I can have the game running at work and just click once in a while to obtain points/coins. That would be mid women. In this game, I didn't see any mid female characters. The Koreans always deliver on the goon bait, you know? The Koreans are like industry leaders in goon gaming. For real. That's like what they're known for. Anyway. Bing bong, bing bong. All right. Did we do this? Do we watch this? Do we react to this finally? Where do we leave off? I think it was like 5 minutes or something. What? What? I did. What? What? Oh, damn. Sorry, guys. I guess we're not. I guess we can't. Dude, I really wanted to watch the video, but it looks like the Indians got to it first. Looks like it got mass support. I guess we'll have to look at other content. Darn. That's crazy. That's crazy. You literally want. Okay, hang on. YouTube took down. Bro. Dude. Guys, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, I swear. I had no part in that. Oh, fuck, man. They were tagging you in their Indian Cyber Defender Telegram group. This is what they fucking do, man. They literally mass report. Like, these people, dude, every day, I swear. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be so maybe I shouldn't be so racist. And then they just find a way to make me more racist. You know, it's like, dude, we have to cut the fucking internet line to India, man. Actually, we need like a firewall, a poop wall, blockading all Indian internet traffic. Like, it's actually affecting our free speech. You understand? This is what I'm talking about. This needs to be treated as a serious threat to our way of life. It's affecting our free speech. It's affecting our ability to make money and to have careers. It's affecting our government, our competency. Dude, enough. Enough. I imagine it'll probably get put back up. But, dude, like, seriously. Okay, did he... Is this the full video?
I gotta say, guys, I love Indian food.
This might be the full video. Maybe we could just watch it here on X. Damn. I thought we got away from it. Okay. Is this a video where he sneaks to the US from Canada? Yes, it is. There are too many poo people. They can flood us with mass reports. Yeah, dude. It's like, it's just getting worse and worse and worse, man. Like, actually, like, the fatigue is reaching critical levels, man. Like, this is a serious problem that people need to take seriously. And it doesn't feel like people are taking this seriously enough. Like, for this reason alone, under no circumstances will I vote for JD Vance. Under no fucking circumstances. You couldn't pay me to vote for him, man. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Okay, we were somewhere around here. They work at YouTube. Yeah, they work at YouTube. They work at X. They're everywhere, man. They're in our government. Enough. Enough. Like, how do you get an Indian, like somebody that was born in India, as the director of our cybersecurity department? How does that happen? You can thank Chrissy Nome for that too, dumb bitch. These people are just like, people are fucking goobers, man. For Kamala. Bro, can't escape it. I just won't vote. Dude, I would vote for Rubio over JD Vance. Unironically, like, say what you will, but Rubio's like responsible for like the only W this administration has managed to pull off, which is Venezuela and maybe soon to be Cuba. I'm not a fan of Rubio, but you're getting nothing from this administration. That's crazy, man. That's fucking insane. That's like such an insane, like, literally, Rubio is the biggest W from this administration. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Oh my days. Insane. Ugh. No matter who you vote for, you wind up with Benjamin Netanyahu anyway. I'm voting for Stalin. I'm voting for Hitler. That's a joke. But like, seriously, like, we need George Washington. We need I'll vote for George Washington. How about that? I refuse to vote for a guy that has like an Indian wife. That's, yeah, no. That's just not gonna happen. I work with them. It's disgusting. I'm so glad I'm remote. They used to show up at your desk. Oh, yeah. No, I've experienced it too, man. I've had to deal with engineers. Quotations. This guy had no idea what the fuck he was doing. He would disappear. No one knew where he would go. And he was brought in by his Indian supervisor. Anyway, he fucked up a number of projects. Crazy, man. I don't have a problem with Indians. I have a problem with boomer class to put them in power. You should have a problem with both. Have a problem with both of them. How about that? How about that?
I'm just grateful for the Indians as opposed to the Muslims or the Africans. Like, I know we got a lot of African immigrants, refugees in our homeless shelter, okay. And I feel bad for the homeless in Brampton because they're out here on the streets living in tents because it's too dangerous to be in our shelters.
Oh, so they're afraid to live in the shelters because of the Africans?
Yeah.
What have the Africans done to make them fearful, in your opinion?
Well, it's their cultures. They're like, rape is not against their culture. They just.
It's not that rape isn't against their culture. It's that they don't understand rape as a concept because they're too fucking stupid. You know, these Africans, man, they like literally, that sounds like You ask them about they like live in 10-second intervals. These like 65 IQ Africans from Africa, from like the fucking Congo. That's not hyperbole. They don't understand consequences because they don't understand concepts of like past and present. So when they do something wrong and they get like arrested for it, they're like, I didn't do nothing. Like in their minds, they're telling the truth. I didn't do nothing. It's like literally they do not understand. A lot of people are not ready for that conversation, but like a big red pill for liberals and even conservatives is that like, dude, a lot of people in the world are just like straight up savages. They're straight up savages and they're incompatible with our civilization or civilization, period. And your goal, first and foremost, is to protect yours, to protect your life, protect your family's life, your way of life, your society, everything. And a lot of people like to cope about that because it makes them uncomfortable, because it's unfair, but it is what it is, man. I don't want to live around people that are going to like try to bust my head open looking for gold nuggets in my brain. No, thank you. No, thank you. Because talking about Candace, you got me. Candace do what she do.
Just have low intelligence.
Okay.
People are very friendly and they're nice.
So I don't know if you know, if you Google what is the intelligence level of Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, it's under 70. That's below
this guy's
Down syndrome.
Based
like,
Gen Xer?
They should not be. Like, why are we bringing people in here where they could never, ever hold a job? Like, these people can't even, like, McDonald's is out of their intelligence range. They couldn't even be a cashier. Bringing them here, we'll have to put them on...
Based Gen Xer, perhaps we judged him too harshly.
Disability for the rest of their life. So they're not a net asset, they're a liability.
But to give you a small but easily observable
He's just looking at the silver lining.
Consequence of demographic replacement here in Brampton, just look at how bad and dangerous the driving is out here.
How's the driving out here? That's the reaction I get every single time.
The driving?
So bad.
The driving, that's crazy.
Brampton's driver is crazy.
Like crap.
Terrible.
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 Everyone laughs.
Very, very bad.
It's awful.
It's a little bit...
There it is. There it is.
How good are the drivers out here?
You can't make this up.
As a new driver on the road, I would be scared to death.
Both my sons got hit yesterday. Rear-ended by Brampton drivers.
No, nobody has patience for other
Brampton
people.
drivers.
People don't follow the rules. They just drive anyhow they feel like to drive.
You have to have your wits about you, and you have to know what you're doing.
They run in the red light, especially if there's no car. They don't follow the speed, right? They don't even put their signal. They just come in front of you.
Has the driving gotten better or worse in the last 10 years?
Worse.
Why do you think that is?
I don't want to mention names, but...
Just got worse. More people coming in, more crowded, so it gets worse.
Is there any specific group that can't drive? Just be honest.
You said it, I didn't say it.
Okay.
But you know.
All right, I know. Is it like Punjab?
They're blocking traffic, bro.
You got it.
I think it's not that they don't possess the skills, but they just lack the focus. When they may be driving, they're on their phones.
No, they definitely lack the skills, man. 100%. They say look up riding bike on highway 410. Highway, was it 410? 401 or 410? I don't know. Is this what you have to deal with? Or is he wearing a rat costume? Bicycle.
So now they're seeing starting pitching is the toughest thing to find in this game. And oh, by the way, it costs a lot of money.
Bruh. Just fucking hit him, bro. Just fucking hit him, bro. Jeez. Only 12% of America fought in the war. Are you still on this? We only used 2 atomic bombs, but was building to. I'm not even gonna read that. I smell a Bob. Yeah. Sounds like a boomer. I don't know what you're arguing or like what you're trying to debate exactly. Yeah, like we won the war. We didn't have to use all of our bombs or all of our personnel. Only 12% of that's a considerable amount of our population was involved in the war. Because you have to understand another thing. It's like, do you think you can fight a war if like what 50% of your country is like in the military? You understand that most of your country has to support the military. You still need an economy. You still need logistics, a supply chain. That's just retarded. 12% is like probably outside of like total war in your country. Like they're literally inside your country and invading. Like you're fighting neighborhood to neighborhood. It's like that is a substantial amount. That is a substantial amount of your population that you have committed to the war effort. It's unlikely you'd be able to push that any higher and still have a stable economy. Yeah. Some guy did that here in San Jose, but he was butt naked going north. That's crazy. China, CCP number 1. Have I ever seen people walk on the highway? I don't know. Even a woman with a stroller. Truth Seeker is saying if there was a mandatory draft using full capacity weapons, firing all cylinders, what happens? Okay, like if we're just making hypotheticals, you know, what is the argument here exactly? Do you think you'd be able to institute a draft to fight China? Like, do you think that's a realistic thing? Do you see most young people today like willingly going along with the draft? The way things are going now, do you think you could pull that off? Is that even a possibility? Why don't we come up with more retarded hypotheticals to debate about while we're fucking at it? Dumb as shit. Like, let's just like, oh, what would happen if this were true? Oh, I don't know. It's a completely different reality. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is just a dumb question.
Business calls, or you know, they have other things that are distracting them.
But interestingly, as of 2023, nearly half of Brampton residents have said that their quality of life has gotten worse in the last couple of years. Are they economic assets to the community here?
Yes, definitely better than what it was. Yeah, they brought a lot.
I'm working on a Oli brand company.
Me right now working the bakery, machine operator.
The bakery?
Yeah, long time, 2009.
Truck driver.
I drive touring stuff.
Drive? Okay.
Oh, we truck drive.
Big truck?
Yeah.
Why so many Punjabis here in Brampton?
They feel like that, like it's like home.
Home?
Yeah.
Given so many Indians are here, does it remind you of home?
No, I don't like it. I didn't like that part.
Okay. Oh, you're tired of it?
I didn't like that in the beginning. The price is right, so I came here.
Okay. How is Punjab? Can you describe the area?
It's a beautiful place to live, but the opportunities are not that much there, so that's why we came here. Yeah.
Okay, so
it's literally all about the economics. It's literally all about the money and the stuff, the material. At every opportunity, they would prefer to live in India or among Indians. They have no real affinity with the country. They are not Canadian. They don't care about Canada. They're there for the money. They're there for the low cost of comparative low cost of living versus their effort versus their paycheck, their income. Oh, man. Would I serve? I don't know, man. Depends. I wanted to serve when I was a kid. Like when I was like dead set on joining the military. But it's tough. It's tough. It's not, we're in this political struggle. We're not really a sovereign nation in the way that, in a perfect world, if we lived in a different country that was America first and all that, then I probably would have. But I was just disillusioned by the time I got to like late middle school, high school. I'm like, yeah, these wars are not in our interest. At that time it was, the Middle East, Afghanistan. Traffic slows down to a crawl in Latin America. People come out selling waffles, mango and drinks. Yeah, dude. Dude, there's like a direct correlation between the number of like street side, roadside vendors and like how third world your country is. Direct correlation. You see more people with like their fucking fruit stands on the side of the road, the further you are from America. If the media and the politicians push it for people would be willing, if we've learned anything, people follow the push. I don't know, man. I don't see it. I really don't. Who's going to like willingly sign up to get blown up? Do you see a lot of liberals doing that? Do you see a lot of like liberals that hate America? Do you see them signing up for the military? No. Maybe like shit libs. That's about it. That like buy into this idea of like, global democracy and stuff like that. So who's it going to be? Conservatives? Well, I think conservatives or right wingers are largely disillusioned by a lot of this. I guess that's the tragic part. It would be like the people that like the regime kind of hate the most would be the ones the most willing to die for it. So I don't think it would be like enough. The question is, would there be enough? I'm not optimistic. You can't even drink the water in India. They don't own a nice house, own a nice car. Once they get here, after about 3 months, they never want to go back. Yep. That's why you're going to have to just round them up and kick them out. Your point was that we did not use our full potential. You're just answering your question. What? Like, that's just such a dumb way to think about it. Like, we didn't use our full potential. Okay. That's just like, I don't even know what to tell you. What is full potential anyways? Yeah, it's just like, what does that even mean? What does that even look like? Use our full potential? Because we were winning. I don't really... Whatever, man. Whatever. Lots of liberal Hispanics in the military. Yeah, a lot of hick libs too. Yeah, there are a lot of liberal Hispanics. I've seen that first, like a lot of like, ex-military Hispanics that I've talked to. A lot of them are liberal.
Prefer the Sikh Indians over, let's say, Somalis or Eritreans or...
Oh, no, I hate all Africans. They're just terrible, terrible people.
And as I drove around town, I found this poster lobbying for Khalistan, the idea of an independent nation for Sikhs in India, promoted by Indian Sikh immigrants living in Canada. If the Sikhs got Khalistan, would they move from Canada back to India, aka Khalistan? And is Canada not already Little Khalistan? And then I pulled up to a Hindu temple to see the infamous statue of Hanuman, a symbol of Brampton's rapidly changing demographics. Can I ask you what this is?
So this is basically our Lord.
Okay.
That's
Hanuman?
Hanuman God, yeah.
Okay.
That's our Lord Hanuman.
Bro, burn that fucking thing down.
What is Hanuman known for?
So he's known for bravery, courage, and then he's the biggest, devotee of Lord Ram.
I then went literally across the street to a Sikh temple. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. They were
What's
vibing
up, Connor?
down
How's it
here,
going?
eating some food and praying, but I couldn't help but ask about the Khalistani flags hanging in front of the temple. But real quick, I just made over $100 playing games on my phone. Free
Ad.
Thank you, Khalistani.
Yeah, Khalistan.
Is that like an independent nation you guys want in Punjab region?
Yeah. Because of so many things happening in the Punjab, so that's why.
Why the fuck they need a 100-foot statue of their god? Because they're just, they're putting up their displays of culture. You could call it a display of conquest. They're just showing presence. That's their thing. That's their culture. That's their religion. That's why. Then they're gonna put that up wherever they go. Would that be a hate crime? What if it burns down? Yeah, if you burn it down, they would classify that as a hate crime. But I do not want Hindu temples anywhere near me. And this is Canada. But if I were Canadian, I wouldn't want it in Canada either. I don't want it anywhere in the West. Frankly, I don't want it anywhere. I don't even want it in India. It's like pagan religion.
Because nobody speak freely.
Okay.
That is the main reason for that.
Do you think if Punjabis here got Khalistan, they would go back to India?
It's depend on every person. I can't say anything. Yeah.
What would you do?
Yeah, definitely I will go back.
I think that some people may, but the likelihood of people leaving their lives here, selling their businesses, all their wealth that they've amassed, or whatever it is, and going back to India would be very difficult because the economic and political state of India hasn't really changed, and lots of people, not just Punjabis, but everyone else, are still being suppressed.
Okay.
So I'm not too sure if people would actually go back. People believe in Khalistan for rightful reasons. Some people...
Again, it's like the... What is the common denominator? It's the economics. It's their wealth. It's the way of life. It's like literally they're treating your home, your country, as an economic zone. And it's not. It's your home. It's more than that. So it's like this mindset should offend you. These arguments should offend you deeply. Because they think so little of your country, and they're living here, and they're taking opportunities from natives, and they have just no care or respect for the place that they're inhabiting, or the people that inhabit the country that they're inhabiting now. Yeah. Nationalize their businesses and give them to black people. That's correct. Separatist movements while living in another country makes no sense. The answer is nobody going back. Yeah, nobody's going back. Nobody is willingly going back because they don't want to go back because those countries fucking suck. Because India sucks and nobody wants to live there.
People don't believe it. If we actually see people start doing it, then it's...
Not wanting Indian religions in India is kind of like race mixing without the race. It's like the Browning of America in reverse. I'm against both. Well, understand it's a difference, right? I don't want... Look, ultimately I don't care what happens in India. There's like a degree of what would you call it? There's a prioritization. I say that as a Christian, I don't want there to be these other religions. But ultimately, like I don't like what matters most to me is what happens here. So I'm speaking very generally when I say I don't even want Hindu temples in India. Whatever, I really don't care. And I'm not gonna there's not really anything I can do about that in India. Whereas they're coming here and they're planting their roots, they're building their temples here in our own backyard, in our own country. So it's kind of like a moot point, me saying oh, I don't want Indian temples in India. That is their prerogative. I'm not going to march to India and burn down their temples or whatever. I would rather they just all go there and do nothing. I would prefer it if they all became Christian. But ultimately, I don't really care that much. That answer your question?
A different thing.
I guess it wasn't really a question.
Action. So we'll see what happens.
Fair.
Yeah.
After exploring Brampton, I hit up a human smuggler I found on Instagram Reels named Sidhu, who advertised.
Because okay, on a real note, as frustrated as I am with the Indians, I get it. Their country sucks. It's filthy. It's disgusting. In a certain sense, they do kind of need some help. They kind of need to be conquered. The best years of India were under British rule. And they would be better off if they got conquered again. some places are just better under new management. Same thing with like Africa. Like Africa would be better off if it were a big colony of like some other country, like Europe, like some colony of Europe's not a country, but you know what I mean, like a European country or America, whatever. You know, some a more competent empire to come in and bring law and order and actually get something out of the resources under their feet. You know, that's a big thing. A lot of people are just not capable of self-governance. And you see that. If they were, they would have figured it out by now. There's really no excuse for why India is such a disgusting, dysfunctional, violent, unhygienic shithole. There's really no excuse, you know? They should have figured it out by now. If they had the capacity, they would have done it. So
he could smuggle me from Canada into the United States because I wanted to see how easy it would be to come to Canada on, let's say, a student visa and then pay one of these guys thousands of dollars to smuggle me across the green border into Vermont.
Oh, is this Sidhu?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Please send me your live location.
Okay. I'm about 1.5 hours away.
Okay, I will pick you on Gurdwara Chak Gate, okay?
What time?
What time you will drop?
1:30 a.m.
1:30 a.m. Okay.
Yes, sir. And how many people will be there?
3.
Okay. The human trafficker has responded. He has 3 guys. We'll see if this is legit. I don't have any of the 6,000 Canadian dollars he asked for. We're gonna need to figure that out. He wants a photo of me at my live location. Not sure if I want to give him my live location, quite frankly, but I will send him a photo of myself. Yeah, this could go very, very wrong. Do not get human trafficked for a YouTube video, kids. This is all for journalism. I'm gonna pray to Krishna that I don't get killed tonight. But in the event things get hairy, I bought a knife at the gas station to protect myself. All right, 70 minutes away from our human trafficker, Sidhu. Getting a little nervous, not gonna lie. Been running through this situation a million different ways. I get stabbed or shot or kidnapped or sold for organs. I'm a little bit concerned once I get in their car, what will happen next if they just point a knife at me and say, give me all your cash, give me everything you have. We're gonna kidnap you if not. But fortune favors the bold. Let's get in there.
And after a 6-hour drive from Brampton to Montreal,
this is W journalism, man. Honestly, like Tyler deserves an award for this. If he doesn't get an award for the poop festival, he deserves an award for this. Like seriously, Western countries need to stop sending money to third world nations. That money goes straight to some slimy politicians' pockets. This is how they build their upper class. Rest of country garbage. Wait, so he's going from Canada? Yeah, he's trafficking from Canada to America. He hired a human trafficker. This is like unironically, also like all seriousness, this is really good journalism. Hopefully they're like people need to talk about this more. But yeah, look, when it comes to like foreign aid and stuff, we really should just own these countries as colonies. They're not even real countries. Like Somalia is not a real country. The Congo is, Democratic Republic of the Congo is not a real country. We should just go in and take their shit. Obviously that's not optical because that doesn't align with the liberal, worldview and international law and all that. But in principle, that's what we should do. It's better for us. It's better for them, literally. If they don't have to deal with these like corrupt, violent warlords that are like butchering their own people. So he's not going to sneak in all the way, though. He's just documenting the process. I see.
Bada Sikh temple Sidhu told me to wait in front of.
Okay, I will be there.
After getting ghosted by Sidhu, he told me to go sleep the night at a nearby hotel where one of his associates would pick me up in the morning.
All right, Operation Human Trafficking, let's go. Hello, how much longer until you arrive?
20-25
Any countries that collect subsidies are not real countries. Yeah, any remittance-based economy is not real. Like that's the only way. Like India is heavily dependent on remittances. billions of dollars are coming in from the Indian diaspora. Like without it, as bad as India already is, it would be even worse. Like literally, that is the only way India sustains itself at an international level. It's crazy that country has nukes when you think about it.
2025?
I am coming.
Okay, thank you. See you soon.
Okay, bro.
Thank you.
These guys, bro. The question was, could I, an Indian villager, enter the greatest country on earth by coming to Canada on a student visa and paying a smuggler to traffic me in?
Are you with Sadhu? Okay. No.
No.
Only English.
Only English?
Yes.
You from?
Portugal.
Portugal?
Lisbon. Obrigado. It's been a long wait.
Yeah. You from
Portugal. You?
India.
Punjab?
Yeah.
Keep me safe.
Yeah.
Be safe, okay?
No friend, no family member. Send me location.
Okay, I trust you then. What was your name?
Tasveer.
I trust you. Let's go. I want to get this over with. Okay, stay in the hotel.
Personal room?
Personal room.
Yeah.
Okay. Here in Montreal?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
This hotel, no safe.
Why not?
You go to USA illegal, but no safe hotel.
How long you been in Canada?
3 years.
3 years.
Permanent residence.
Have you been to USA?
Yeah, I mean go USA, I come go. You give me phone, it's
Phone?
oh yeah.
Phone?
It's
Once we get there?
this chat related.
Oh, okay. I see. Tomorrow night we go?
Today, little bit.
And we have more people in the house?
Yes.
How many people? Like big house?
Go.
I'm nervous. I don't want to get...
Patrol, yeah.
What are the chances things go wrong at border?
80% good, 20% good.
20% not good. 80%. Oh, 80% good. Okay, that's pretty good.
But I'm not safe.
Hotel not safe.
99% not safe. This ice auto hotel.
ICE goes to the hotel? Yeah, I'm gonna say ICE.
Yeah, this chai. One day.
Obrigado.
Yes, how are you?
How are you, man?
I'm good.
Hey, where are you? You Canada too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Too cold here. Too cold.
Very cold.
Rest.
Out for this one.
Okay.
मैं तेरे लाल बात कर
you. Good to meet
लाल
you.
बात कराऊंगा मैं.
Wait here?
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
You forgive me?
I need to give you phone?
Yeah.
Well, how do I communicate with wife?
Wait, forgive me. I'm explain.
Okay, can you tell me before I give you phone?
Just give me phone, please.
But I just met you. Can you translate?
Please.
Yes.
It's deleted everywhere.
Yeah. Okay, delete.
We come for.
Okay, but I need phone though. It's for my city. I need to give you phone.
Yeah.
But I need for life.
Is chat.
Yeah.
Personal chat. Deleted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I do it though?
Yeah.
You just steal my phone?
This time.
Okay. Yeah, this is good. I just met you. Okay, when we go out nights, you need to send us your live location for 8 hours. We will send you a message. Okay, so I walk alone?
Yeah.
Will I walk through woods alone?
This.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's easy, no problem.
यहाँ आपको किसी के साथ कोई बात नहीं करनी है. मैं जैसा कर.
Okay. You don't have to talk to anyone here. You have to do as I say because you're here illegally. You have to cross the border in different ways, so don't tell anyone about it. Okay, no problem.
Okay.
I've just never done this before, so I'm nervous.
मैं जो भी कहता हूँ आपको बातों पर ध्यान देना है.
Okay, whatever I say, you have to pay attention to those things because you are 40 kilometers away from the border here.
And just as we're about to enter the dangerous safe house, my smuggler mysteriously said I had to give up any knives or toenail clippers to avoid detection by Border Patrol.
Bad? Okay, I didn't know. You want it? Okay.
आपने बता दिया ठीक रहेगा अगर आप यहाँ लेकर जाते.
Okay, you told me that's fine. If you had taken me here, the sensor would have read the lyrics.
Yeah, this sensor, this long distance.
The sensor can see the knife?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. This and nail cutter.
God.
Is
Okay. No nail cutter. Just
nail cutter. Not safe.
Good call.
Night is car. Go to US.
Okay, Jeep.
Yeah.
Jeep USA. You me.
Yeah, night.
Keep the money you have hidden, and here we have to pay $200 for the room. Don't share it with anyone. I go in there right now?
But Sidhu was concerned that his associate was trying to finesse me.
Okay, he says, hello, brother. The boy who's with you, who's the driver, should not be given any dollars, and it is not okay to talk to him in any extra way. I said, okay, he asked for 200. What do I do?
I said, bro, don't give him any money. He said not to give you any extra money. So what do I do? Because you're my only person, my only contact.
Yeah, wait, I am come.
Okay. Wait. Things are getting shicey. 3 Sikh homies in turbans came out. I'm gonna get dragged into some room. The question is, can I record any of this without getting killed? I'm in the middle of Montreal, about 30 minutes away from the border. My smuggler's about to bring me across the border tonight or tomorrow. They're asking for 6,000 Canadian dollars. I have none of it on me. I don't know how this is gonna pan out. Praying to God I don't get fucking stabbed. There's like 4 Sikh dudes patrolling the area. He told me not to text anyone. Obviously, my location has been sent to my parents and Pasha. In the event an emergency goes down, I'm running. Well, I'm cooked.
And then bro came back ready to take me to the safe house. But real quick,
Don't wait with me, you Sully. Saying
there are some things so insane YouTube won't let us upload.
his ass is no more scary. Fit it up and show him that pussy. Just leave him.
But luckily, you can watch it all on patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira and get early access to these videos for $5 a month. Thank you for your support. Back to the video.
What's happening? We're going to the apartment.
Right, so someone said Tyler should issue the smuggler a 1099 and let the IRS collections department go after him. These guys probably got a mole in the system. Of course, they don't have their shit together.
Okay, I'm in the safe house.
Bruh. Like how they have the Canadian flag up everywhere. Yeah, nothing suspicious here going on. We love Canada.
I just wait? Do I just wait here?
Yeah.
How long do I wait?
Night.
Night? Just relax here?
Yeah.
How many people are here?
Yeah, this 2-3 people I am come. Yeah.
Okay. Hi. I'm safe here?
Yeah.
And I'm good to go to sleep?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get food or no?
You can go to pizza.
Okay. I can go walk there?
And yeah, walk 50 meters.
Okay.
Just 50 meters. Grab and
Okay, good. Thank you. I'll be back quick. I'll eat quick.
Screen mask. Bro, look at this fucking place, man.
After legitimizing there was, in fact, a human smuggling operation advertised on social media and orchestrated via WhatsApp, I fled the safe house and wondered, why does the government allow this to happen so brazenly right under their nose?
Damn. Bye. I will block you. Bro.
This is Brampton.
Yeah, dude, please get these people out. Yeah, maybe we need maybe we need a wall on the Canadian American border. Yeah, call these guys. Wait, didn't he put out the number at the end there, right?
Operation advertised.
If you guys want to, M-Goat, hey, you know, you want a trip way or a quick way to get into America? You want to become American really quick? Hey, call this number right here.
On social media.
Payment after read, bro. Indians and their fire emojis,
And
man.
orchestrated via WhatsApp, I fled the safe house and wondered, why does the government allow this to happen so brazenly right under their...
That's crazy, man. Ugh. I don't know how you watch this and not have your cortisol fucking through the roof, man. Absolute scum. Ah, rip. I wonder, is it back up? Nope. It's still not back up. Dude, YouTube is pissing me off. It's crazy. Yep. SMH. And yeah, I'm white rabbits already. Yeah. Dude, this is a free speech and national security nightmare. You need to address this.
Damn!
I don't.
What the?
Yo, fuck the Jews. No. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
It's pretty kick. Okay, that's kind of irritating. They said he was Portuguese, so they wouldn't ask why a white guy needed their services if only Europeans were trying to sneak into the country. Yeah. If he said he was American, like, obviously, they'd be like, what the hell? You see the rumor that Spain is going to give 500k illegals citizenship? Stuff like this changes my mind on Palantir and a police state. Well, let's not... They're creating the problem and then they're showing you the solution. No, we don't need to cheer on Palantir. We don't need to cheer on a Palantir or like, you know, Blackwater police state. We just need a administration that is willing to do the bare fucking minimum. That's literally it. We don't need Palantir. We don't need a private military corporation. We literally just need ICE and a president that isn't a total pussy. That's literally it. Not rocket science. But yeah, I did see that. It's not a rumor. It's confirmed that they're going to give amnesty to 500,000 illegals. Unbelievable, man. Just like, bro, like scrolling through Twitter is just like cortisol fucking peak. You want to peak your cortisol? Ugh. Like real. Is this real? Influencer KB Lame signs a $975 million deal for his brand, face, and everything. He has over 300, wait. He has 350 million followers? Wow, I didn't realize he was that, he had that kind of following. I knew he was big, but not that big. Guy's barely worth a couple million. Yeah, I think they massively overpaid. And don't get me wrong, like he's got a huge following, but dude, $1 billion? I would, you know, maybe 100 million. 100 million, I would say is a lot. I don't think. I don't know. Rich Sparkle predicts the deal could generate over $4 billion in annual sales. Create multilingual content. Dude, I hope they fail. I hope they fail, bro. Like, this just seems like they massively overpaid. How are you going to convert this into sales exactly? Are people buying these cookies because they see a KB Lane TikTok? Was it Lame? I don't really care. We need Eric Prince and his private military to get rid of illegals and telling you ICE is useless. No, it's because Trump is useless. That's why. ICE are just not allowed to do their job. It's not going to change just because you give like Blackwater authorization. And Eric Prince is like he's like a turbo Shabbos goy. So it's just, we don't need that. We don't need a private military or private police force. It's why we pay fucking taxes. We just need an administration that is not like totally fucking retarded, you know? That's literally it. There's a lot of soulless people out there. Someone tracked his money and audited everything about this guy, and the deal sounds too good to be true. Oh, really? Like Messi fans? This fraud and KB is in on it. It's either like a fake story or there's some kind of fraud going on. I don't know. There's no fucking way this is worth $1 billion. No way. There's no way this is worth $1 billion. Like, I'm sorry, but like, what kind of cult following does he have? You know, I know he was like pretty big on TikTok and shit, but people are like, oh, that's a funny TikTok. They're not like following everything he does and says. Yeah, you could argue like that puts him in like the same sphere as like the Kardashians, okay? And I think people forget like how influential the Kardashians were in the American pop culture. I do not see that with this guy, this TikToker. That to me, something's not right. Something's not right with this one. Speaker is going to put the glasses back on and make... Okay. You son of a bitch. Wait, were they in a film together? Zendaya asked Sydney Sweeney to stay away from her boyfriend, Tom Holland. According to sources cited by Yahoo Entertainment, Zendaya was uncomfortable with the interactions between Sydney and Tom Holland during filming. She knows. Oh, Nick's not going live. Baited. She was sent to sit not just Israel, but he never got. So true. Hassan Piker. Oh, wait. Hassan got banned? Let's go. Let's go. W. Hang on. Let's play this. Twitch has banned streamer. This was 50 minutes ago. Twitch has banned streamer Hassan Piker for his comments on ICE tracking Alex Preddy. 2 senior national security officials tell me there are more than a dozen secret watch lists that Homeland Security is using to track protesters, both anti-ICE and pro-Palestinians. This is another big suck my dick to all the fucking Israel dick riders out there, you fucking rabid ultra-Zionist pigs. You run around going, why are you tying this back to Palestine? Because this is precisely the same shit, you Israel first monsters. Let's hear it.
The man in our footage is wearing a similar outfit to what Preddy was wearing on the day he was killed. What appears to be a gun is also visible above his waistband.
What's more likely is that they filmed his fucking face and they put him on a watch list. As Ken Klippenstein reports in his exclusive, Sparta, Reaper, and Grapevine track protesters and their friends, plus others, ICE's secret watch list of Americans.
Yeah, why would
we
they
have a
not
nice
put
little
you on
database, and now
why would they not put you on a fucking watch list when you're being antagonistic like that? Are you
Are
stupid?
considered a domestic terrorist? A masked federal agent taunted a protester filming him in Maine last week, if you recall. Remember this video? We've covered videos like this on numerous occasions on this broadcast, where ICE agents will walk up to counter-protesters, will walk up to protesters and film them in their faces and go, smile, you're on fucking camera, you're on a watch list now. Department of Homeland Security spokesperson Tricia McLaughlin's response was firm. There is no database of domestic terrorists run by ICE. There's just one problem. She's lying. Two senior national security officials tell me that there are more than a dozen secret and obscure watch lists that Homeland Security and the FBI are using to track protesters, both anti-ICE and pro-Palestinian. This is another big suck my dick to all the fucking Israel dick riders out there, you fucking rabid ultra-Zionist pigs. You fucking run around going, oh my God.
It's so like, dude, it's just like so like childish. This anti-Semitism light, you fucking Zionist pigs. It's like, oh Hassan. Oh Hassan. This is like child's play. Zionism, say it. Say it, you fucking pussy. You won't. You won't fucking say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. You won't. You won't. Because he's a bitch. That's why. He's a bitch. He's playing it safe. And it's just not true. It's just not, like, it's not the crux. The crux of the problem's not Zionism, you fucking idiot. But you won't go there.
Israel first, Israel first. Why are you tying this back to Palestine? Because this is precisely the fucking same shit.
No, it's not.
Okay? You Israel first monsters, dude. Jesus fucking Christ.
So if you support ICE, you're Israel first. That's crazy.
How can you fucking say...
Like, look at how he's sandwiching these two unrelated issues together. He's putting them together. He's packaging them together. Try to get you to be on sides. If you support ICE, somehow you're also Israel first. What is this third worldist pretzel logic? Doesn't make any fucking sense. That one really doesn't have anything to do with the other. Oh, it's because ICE uses like maybe some Israeli software, is trained by the IDF. Well, first of all, yeah, the IDF is really fucking good at what they do. Can we be honest for a second? Yeah, they're really good at what they do. The Israeli commandos, the Mossad. Yeah, it's some top tier shit. You can hate all you want, but that's the truth. So that's number one. Number two, if you're going to talk about like using Israeli software, you kind of have to take that to its conclusion. Like you can't stop at ICE. You would have to talk about all of the infrastructure in America that is relied on code or some company, some subsidiary of another company that is based in Israel. Then you have to make it a personnel issue. Then you would have to talk about all of these, maybe these Israel first Zionists that are in these companies, that are embedded in all of these companies. You'd have to take it one step further. And then you would have to find the common denominator between all of these people. Oh, wait, what is the common denominator between so many of these Israel first Zionists? But he won't take it there. So the purpose of all of this is just to convince people that are also critical of Israel to also be critical of ICE, when the two have nothing to do with one another. It's a little like retarded sleight of hand he's trying to do here, and it's very transparent. Yeah, it's only a 7-day ban.
When the first immigration action that the Trump administration took was literally try to deport anti-Israel protesters, trying to deport people for writing articles in their student newspaper against Israel, hurting Israel's feelings. And then they still act like this is not the identical situation. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy that one of the biggest pro-Israel IDF donors went and fucking purchased TikTok specifically because he wanted to make it pro-Israel, and that every single person
So what does that have to do with
that
ICE?
played a role, every single politician that played a role in the sale of TikTok openly said they were selling TikTok because they were scared that people were becoming too anti-fucking Israel.
Yeah, and are those people okay? How many of those people are Israeli? Hassan. They're Jewish. They're Jewish, Hassan. Okay? And their concerns about the issues of anti-Semitism don't end with Israel. They're very much concerned about anti-Semitism here in America as well. You understand? The crux of what they're trying to censor is not really criticism of Israel, but criticism of Jews. Okay? So that's the crux of the problem here. It's not Zionism, it's world Jewry. But you say that you're a real anti-Semite. Is that not what you're implying then? Stop being a pussy.
Every single person that refuses to acknowledge that.
And this is why Hassan has survived on Twitch for so long. It's because of this self-censoring, this sleight of hand trick. The fact that he's not really on the money. So he talks to people. Hassan's voice is so condescending. Well, he is condescending. He talks to people like they are stupid because they are stupid. There you go, SSP. You figured it out.
That tries to fucking disparage people.
Hassan sounds dumb. The way he talks, he sounds legitimately low IQ. At least for this space. Maybe he's 115 IQ, but he's not like a 130 or 140 political genius. Okay, he's very much a midwit. So it doesn't really the fact. He has he has 40,000 live viewers on Twitch, which frankly I could believe. I don't know if he bots or not, but whatever. There's a lot of dumb people out there.
For calling this out, that tries to deflect attention away from this issue, is a fucking monstrous liar that is only invested in Israel and nothing else.
It's like all of these leftists. Yeah, they're just figuring things out now in the big 26. And they really just don't understand. Or at least they're not being honest about how things are actually working, how things actually work here. Banned for 7 days. Hateful conduct policy states that the term Zionist may not be used to attack individuals on the basis of their background or religious beliefs. It states that using the term to refer to a political movement, whether in support of a critical way, does not violate our hateful conduct policy. Well, if you expect them to be fair and consistent with their rules, you'll be left wanting. And then Hassan goes on to say, Israel's censorship regime. DHS has lists of American domestic terrorists that they surveil on the basis of their anti-Israel and anti-ICE activism. If you cover it, you'll get banned over frivolous rules that that ADL will establish ahead of time. Surely this will make people love Israel. Oh, you're just figuring this out now? You're just figuring this out now? Dummy. Yeah, Nick. Nick. And again, he just does it how it is, man. Ay. I think he is stupid. He is dumb. He's not an intelligent person. what's after a 7-day ban? Is it 30? I guess it would be 30. But look, when you're a big streamer, the rules don't quite apply the same way. Like it's up to then Twitch's discretion. They're not known for being consistent. I don't even know if he'll serve out his full 7 days. This is pretty fucking funny though. Enjoy the vacation, bozo. How many more strikes till permanent? I don't know, man. I don't know if it'll ever be permanent because he's one of the biggest streamers on the platform. So, but who knows? Anything can happen. We live in idiocracy where Hassan and Candace are retarded but thought leaders. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's like you're being outflanked. On one hand, you've got Hassan Piker, this like Turkish, like straight up Marxist. Okay. And he's not even an intelligent one at that. Like he doesn't really, let me just listen to him speak. And on the other hand, you've got this conspiratard Candace, you know, this black woman that succeeded through tokenism and DEI that is like totally illiterate and making everybody schizophrenic and like dumb. What a world we live in right now, man. Holy shit. Do you have any strikes on your platforms? I don't think so. I mean, again, I'm flying under the radar though. You know, I'll get in trouble for playing copyrighted music and shit, but yeah, that's about it. Yeah, when's Nick going live? Crazy, bro. Crazy.
The outbreak of a deadly virus in India has much of the world on high alert with fears of another pandemic. Travellers are being stopped and screened for Nipah virus at all major Asian airports, including Bali. The global response to the outbreak eerily similar to scenes during COVID.
Checking for the deadly Nipah virus. Travellers arriving in Bali and other holiday spots can expect to undergo thermal scans.
Of course, we're all afraid of all the viruses, especially after Corona.
We're monitoring it very closely. We're engaging with other authorities internationally, including the World Health Organization.
Nipah virus kills 40 to 75% of those infected with it. Symptoms include high fever, nausea, vomiting, and difficulty breathing. India has recorded 2 cases, triggering a global response, with screening stepped up in Indonesia, Malaysia, Thailand, Vietnam, and China. Humans are typically infected by fruit bats or pigs, or by eating fruit tainted by sick animals. It can spread person to person, but that's not common.
So far, only 2 patients have tested positive. The remaining contacts, approximately 190 to 200 of them, have been quarantined.
The 2 people infected were health workers, but all their contacts tested negative. In 2018, a deadly outbreak in Kerala, southern India, killed 17 people. But Indian authorities say this latest outbreak has been contained. The health department says Nipah virus is deadly but also very rare, never recorded in Australia. As for travellers, they should take precautions if visiting somewhere with cases. Right now, that's only West Bengal in...
Yeah, okay. Yeah, look at Tenryo. WWW. Everybody's celebrating, man. That's good. Stop trolling Alex Stein. Wait, is this recent?
Please, Nico, please.
Nico dye his hair?
Oh my god, you're gonna give me a fucking heart attack, please.
It's fine.
No, oh my god, please don't do that. Okay. Please don't do that.
Hanging out with Chop Thoughts content. Ugh. I like my women with hair. I like my women with long hair. You know, like, what are we doing?
I can't even remember. It's too scary. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it no more. Listen. Read me something nice, a bedtime story, something like Goodnight Moon or Winnie the Pooh, something. I'm scared. I don't want to have nightmares. Please. Come. If you don't read me a story, I'm gonna put you back to sleep. If you know what I mean.
That's a pretty good impression.
Adam Ross, last one.
Afraid. I've never in my life seen a soul more afraid of their incarnation than Aiden Ross. Like, whether he makes 100 million, 10 million, whatever is happening, whether he has a girlfriend, whether he doesn't, he always has that look of fear in his eyes that everything is going wrong. He's biting his toenails. He's freaking the fuck out. And
yeah, bro. And first of all, I know Aiden will respond. His response, you can already predict it. He'll be like, "What the fuck? That? What the fuck?"
All of that self-aggression, depression is actually his will turning in on itself inward. So it's torturing him. He's not active in the world. He's just money. So that's going to, I predict Aiden Ross will have worse mental health than any influencer within the next 10 years. I guarantee you there's not one I've chosen that is, and here's the interesting thing, if you watch him, you're linked to it. You will absorb, for example, like
Adam Ross, last one.
I feel like that's pretty, yeah, that's probably a pretty easy prediction to make. What the fuck? Dude, Zerka just cracks me up, man. Zerka just cracks me up, man. He's just so fucking funny, man. His whole demeanor just makes me laugh, man. Nervous mood with mental problem seems normal. Seems on brand.
You keep lying saying I'm threatening you, so I'm recording to protect myself.
Bro. Okay, I don't want to listen to that. W. Anyway. Sometimes the dumbest shit, man. Sometimes it's the dumbest shit that gets you, you know? We are just like goy scrolling now. We are just goy scrolling right now. I shot missing her arms and legs. Yeah, got excited there. Oh, wild one. That's crazy. Hang on, I'll be right back. It's gonna play. I'll be right back. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Hey. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. That's out of control. I leave for 2 minutes. Not even. Why we can't have nice things? Oh, Nick is going live anyway. Nick is going live. Boom. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing then. You're trying to help. What do you mean? You were part of the problem. What are you talking about? Trying to help. That's crazy. Yeah, war with Iran. The buildup is real. Imminent. No vision. My eyes are right here. Alright. Am I signed out of Rumble? Fuck no.
Good evening, everybody. You're watching America First. My name is Nicholas J. Fuentes.
You like to stream when Mello's gone? What are you trying to say? I should just stream an empty chair? Oh, this is a banger. I love this mashup. Wait, no, this is the 2.0 version. I want the 1.0 version. What even is this? Oh, this is a random mix. This is such a good mashup. Yeah, Louise isn't here. Yeah, you're right. You're right. These fucking people out of here, man. He randomly appears, he does, doesn't he? What's the logging status though? I need to lower this a little bit, maybe. I do need to get more sleep. Or like better sleep. Great show. What's like DJO? I don't know who that is. Look forward to this every day. Well, I'm glad. what keeps me motivated, you know? When I'm like, unironically, when I'm like, I don't want to stream, I'm like, they're waiting on me. Working on my delts. Physique check. See, the thing is, I always turn my camera off when I stand up because it's just going to be like crotch cam, like literally, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, cock check, cock check. Anyway, hey, don't forget to smash the like button, okay? Smash the like button, leave a comment, follow all my socials, hit the bell, stay up to date. IRL gym stream. I don't know about all that. No, smash it. Don't smash it. Such a W mix. All right, boys. All right, boys. I'm getting out of here. Take it easy. How's my diet? It's pretty good. Pretty good. I eat pretty cleanly. Yeah. Been blowing up on. Okay, I haven't been blowing up on Twitter. I have been posting more somewhere recently. Just reply guying, you know. Just that's. You know how it is. I'm not like some people are really good at Twitter, like Permabola. That's not me. I'm not a Twitter fiend like that. Some people understand the game, they got it unlocked. I probably should try to tweet something every single day, you know, at least one thing. Anyway, what is my Twitter? It's in the description. Check the fucking description right here. It's in the description. Damn, that's just you're letting me down. You read your comment from the last show? Wait. Bing bong, bing bong. New subscriber, what the hell? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. Yes, very good. Okay, very good. Very good. Very good. Congratulations, Emgo. You win the internet for today. You're the special boy. You're too lazy. You guys are fucking killing me. You guys are killing me. You guys will sit here in like a fucking 4-hour stream, and you can't even press the like button. Can't even like follow my Twitter or like anything. Why am I here? Just to suffer? I'm just a fucking jester. This is like literally. This is literally me to fucking you guys. Like this is literally. You know, this is how I feel sometimes. This is how you guys make me feel sometimes. You're just disinterested. Can't even hit the fucking like button, bro. I can't even hit the like button. It really be your own people sometimes, man. Yeah, follow the Twitter. Follow the YouTube. Follow the Twitch. Follow the Kick. Yeah. You do everything. Yeah, I appreciate you, Smelly. Yeah, Emgo. I saw the con. Yeah, you're a Bob the Builder. We always get new Bobs. Coming in. Anyway, boys, I'll catch you guys all next time. Take care. Have fun. I'm gonna try to. I always say this. I'm trying to stream earlier because I do when Crimson Desert comes out. I want to do some longer streams and I'll tack on some gaming at the end because I think that'll be fun. Because we always do the Goy scrolling at the end anyway. We always do a little more lighthearted reaction content towards the end anyway. So that'll be my content in 50 days or so, whenever this game comes out. All right. Take care. God bless. I'll see you guys all next time.